Well, tell them to watch now, man. This is a special one.
Oh yeah, special video live stream.
Yeah.
They're definitely not watching then.
Thank you. My wife's peeking in the room right now.
I'm sure she appreciates the call out.
I didn't get that.
Stands on the threshold.
Being heard.
Tell her I said hello if she knows who I am.
She does. I'll just say hello, Monica.
Do they? Oh, go ahead.
One keyboard, 4 mice. Oof.
Plus you want to count it.
A lot of keyboard and mouses. Mouses.
So I could keep the theme alive, the Halloween mice.
Yeah, okay.
There's many things afoot today.
Mices.
Buying
Strange
that.
things are afoot at the Circle K.
Pull you guys over to this map real quick. I'm gonna save us some time, talk through some of the travel from where you guys were located in, probably. But we'll get you there right now.
If we already had Tailspire open, should we close and restart, or will it catch up?
Give me just 1 second so I can pull you in.
Yeah, shouldn't have to restart.
Sweet.
Should be able to make this board, but I'm just gonna have to hold it for some reason. Oh, that's why.
Wrong PC. Wrong monitor screen.
There's so much going on right now. Alright. And now, grab some players. Yeah, I see a lot of people coming in now.
I'm loading.
So to answer your question, no, you should not have to reload out things. I guess.
Go. Never. Never know.
Oh, you might have to give control of Tarok back to him.
Oh, yep, you're right.
I can move. I can move.
Did you just move it?
Yeah, I think.
Yep.
I think everybody should have access, actually, right?
Yeah, that's
good.
cool. You could share it then. That's what I was gonna ask.
Yep. Multiple
That's cool.
players can
It's a
have
cool
control
feature.
over one. It's kind of cool.
Gradnor online.
Once the rest of the party comes online here, you guys were headed in the direction outside of Valaki towards Yesterhill. Impressed by Imelda's words, initiatives, emotions, probably all of the three. You find yourself interrupted on your left by none other than Erwin Mardukov. has since returned from Barovia with news of his travels. Unfortunately, it's not all good.
Uh-oh.
He swoops down from out of the misty sky and lands on the road in front of you as you make your way towards Yesterhill. Looking both relieved to see you as well as troubled and vexed by some great stress that weighs on his mind. Alas, it is good to see you again. I must admit, I was able to stop those Vistani on their way to Barovia with the Great Mash, and I would pay them considerably on the delivery, double what they were being paid to deliver from the first place. Though they would not reveal who had set them on their course, just that they had picked it up from my father Davian at the Wizard of Wines and taken it directly to Barovia from there. The Vistani are shifty people in this way. I do not trust their words. I think we should visit the Wizard of Wines ourselves. I sense foul play, and the answers we seek for the poison of the wine lie there.
Wizard.
I stopped in town. My wife said you were heading to Gester Hill. It is on the way there.
Quite fortuitous.
Indeed,
Where-
we were having trouble tracking down the source of the tainted wine ourselves.
It is some wizard tainting the wine. Kragnar,
That's not what he
like
said, Kragnar.
Wizard. Yeah. Wizard make the wine?
It's the hag's wine, but we think he might be adding some of his own personal touch to it. That's what we need to figure out.
Get wizard to fight hag.
The hags may have had a hand in the painting of the wines, yes. But the creation of such is my family's responsibility. The Mardikovs have long since controlled the Wizard wines, and most of the wine production that serves the lands of Barovia and beyond.
Corvus perks up and asks, and simply states, "I'd be interested to see how you grow grapes in this place." And he kind of just looks around and then looks back to Erwin.
Now that, my friend, is where Kragnar is not entirely mistaken. It is not called the Wizard of Wines for no reason. It is a great wizard who brought the fruitful drink to these lands and allowed grapes to grow in such a desecrated place.
It's interesting. I was only mentioning it because a druid of sufficient power could certainly aid in that as well.
What great wizard? He's still alive. He's still here.
No.
He,
These were stories that my father told me as a boy. But he has long since gone from these lands. As they say, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Are you saying the wine comes from the dead?
Do not
I think he's
trees
saying the ground-
grow from
sorry.
things that are put into the ground. All things that die return to the soil and then produce life. a way of life. But no, unlike those pies you may have had, these are not made like things. The grapes are simply magically grown in a place where vegetation is sparse.
All right, I'll take that over those kind of pies any day anyway.
Okay, well, we need to get going. Imelda said,
Yeah.
I do not remember, but Imelda seemed like in a hurry, so.
Yeah, we are on a timeline. It seems that we are going with the moon phases for now.
Ragnar points at Erwin.
You come. You come with. You come.
The illusionary butterflies that usually follow Imelda around are sort of less vibrant and bright colored than they usually are. They look dim and almost moth-like as they flitter around her. And they do so in a lazy and sort of slow, delayed fashion. It's strange. Imelda looks slightly off as well. She clutches her hand to her chest and looks around at the party members. I feel as though I am about to shift yet again into the ethereal plane. Whatever happens, continue to yesterday. I'll be following you, she says.
You do not go.
We'll
As she
make
goes,
sure.
Corvus mutters under his breath, I wish I could learn this technique.
We'll make sure to keep a light out for you.
Corvus,
No star.
I think you might find it rather discomforting once you learn the tactic.
Well, I'm sorry, I wish we could help. But it seems we cannot.
At the moment, yes, that seems to be the case. For now, I will continue on with you. But just know, if you lose sight of me, I am with you. I will be following you.
Oh, how we know? How we know you still here if you not here?
It is difficult to say how we can communicate with each other, but I feel myself fall into a different place. Things look the same. There is gray all around me. Things wither in the wind. But I do not know how to reach back out to the other side yet. Not of my own accord, at least.
Well, Ragnar not like this at all.
No, I do not like it either.
I don't think any of us do. But don't worry. Even if you do not, even if you don't show up again, we will find you.
This land is wrought with discomforts, and such things are things we must bear at the moment.
Place sucks.
Quite poetic. Couldn't put it better myself.
You must not worry. Even as she says this, her voice becomes faint, as it fades, just as she does, out of existence. And Imelda again returns to the ethereal plane, painted by some pool that she had entered, causing this affliction. It seems to be random. Every other week.
Ragnar reaches to the misty form.
Dark's going to do the same
Hand.
thing.
Yeah.
He's going to realize, well, he's going to take his line away. I think we better be careful what we're touching.
Hey, maybe there is same pool in this land. And she go in it and get fixed.
And Ragnar, like, it's like he blacked out and had a moment of smartness. And then he's like,
No.
Derek's just going to tap your shoulder going.
One of those per session.
Derek's going to tap your shoulder going, careful now, you're going to get a nosebleed again.
Oh, you come, Erwin.
Too much memory allocated.
Frump, little slobber comes out his nose and mouth.
Off. Go, you come.
Brother of the Feather, are you joining us on the quest, or do you have other tasks to accomplish?
At the moment, I think it is best if I return home to my wife. But take this. He hands it to Terok specifically, and it's a small stone. It's a sending stone. I have simply this one. Pulls another one out of his pocket. You may reach me at any time. You may speak for an interval of 10 minutes. Use it wisely. Use once per day.
I've got into one of those. Yes, I know what to do with them. I'll make sure to use it wisely. Or who knows? Maybe I'll have fun sometimes.
No prank phone call to Erwin.
Of course. You'll never know it's me.
Artemine steps up to Erwin and sets his hand on his shoulder. Says, guard your family well. And prepare your allies. Things are moving quickly.
Look out for my father, brother. Reaches forward to shake your hand.
He gives him a predator handshake.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, strong handshake. They got firm grip around each other's forearms.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still way stronger than you, though.
Say flexing your wizard biceps.
Yeah.
This is by no means the muscle contest. This is a embrace of brotherhood, of trust. It's looking to Artemine to look out for his father, who resides up at the Wizard of Wines. He's a cantankerous old fool, but he's resourceful.
What's his name?
Davian.
Indeed.
Well, we are headed out that way towards Yester Hill, so we may stop at the Wizard of Wines on the way there. It would be convenient.
Sounds like a plan.
So yeah.
Say hi to your flock for us, Erwin.
I will.
Yes,
Brother Tarek.
we got an earshot. Kragnar goes,
Strange. Davian have such cool name. The name son, Erwin. Not make sense.
Well, you know, these things jump a generation. One generation has a more normal name, the other one has to be different.
Oh, does Erwin have son?
Well, yes, we
Yeah.
killed him and then brought him back to life.
Oh shit. What
We
name?
did do that.
Brahmin Bray.
Hey. Okay, so just skip 2 generations.
You're gonna get a squawky laugh out of that.
Ragnar, great name. Ragnar, Grumsh.
Corvus glares at Tarok.
Ragnar, all great names.
Hey,
Strong
Terok's the name of a hero for my people. You watch your mouth.
Father
Stop giving
Albright,
Kragnar false information, Tarak. He's taking it literally.
Father Albright raspily from the back of the group. A man's name, a first name, mind you, does not make his measure.
See, the father gets it.
I do not have a
Saying
powerful first name after all.
And what might it
I
be?
was just about to ask, and what is your name, Father?
As if I tell you. So I could have Kragnar and the rest of the schoolboys telling jokes, eh? I think not.
Oh, this is good.
He gets up close to Artemine and he whispers something in Artemine's ear.
Ooh,
Yeah, you better whisper that shit.
Make
He's
it
embarrassed.
careful mind not to let Kragnar hear. Kragnar and they're all right have like a standing beef. So
I
like
kind of gathered.
Kragnar
Yeah,
started
from
it.
the very beginning of the first recap I needed to catch, Kragnar was already talking mad shit because he wasn't going into the building, into the bone grinder.
Did you like that? It came to me. It came to me instantaneously, but I was like, oh, that's something Kragnar would totally do. He wouldn't understand. Guarding the tower.
as he whispers his full name into Artemine's ear, gives him a half smile and a wink. Don't tell the orc.
Your secrets are safe with the dead.
You know, with that revelation, it strikes me that we've been traveling all this time together, yet we know so little about one another.
True.
Yes, it also seems several prefer their secrets as well.
Secrets? You just didn't ask me.
We have long walk ahead. What do you want to know? Kragnar have no secrets.
Perhaps we should reveal to one another where we came from before we were here, and what our goals are. We are working together after all.
That is true. More trust. We will need to trust each other more and more as we go deeper into this mist.
Aye, sounds like a good idea.
As a group leader, Kragnar should go first.
Go ahead, big leader.
Bold claims.
Me come from a place called Faerun in land called High Forest. That clan Thunderhoof territory.
And he makes chest up hand signal of the clan, points to his little emblem.
Me have brothers, sister, Fraknar, brother, Uzguk, sister, mother, Grothanar, father, Braknar. He not so good. He strong, dumb, greedy, but clan chief. Until hopefully Kragnar somehow find way back. Came here, searching for a cure to blood rot. Now hoping Yester Hill reveal secret to cure.
We can only hope, friend. Trust us, we'll do what we can to help you on your quest.
Not sure about that. Not sure at all.
I'm
It's-
inclined to believe that many of our goals can be solved with similar solutions.
If by solution you mean practically lay waste to this plane in order to escape it, sure.
All right. Anybody else wants to go next? Or are we all dark, mysteriously, and brooding?
Artemine, kind of in response to Aaron, says, I have always considered myself and presented myself as an open book. I do not attempt to keep secrets from those who I consider myself allies with. However, I suppose that I haven't told you where I hail from. I was born and raised on the Noctir estate, a small village outside of Baldur's Gate, where I attended college. It was about 60 years ago that my mother, a blade singer before I, was dispatched on a mission to this very plane and never returned. It was many years later that it was revealed to me that my lineage was tainted with Shadarkai blood. At first I reviled this and the curse that it gave me. But I've come to realize that it was not a curse at all, yet a gift. In my trances, I am often given visions of the raven-eyed queen. You all know, I have told you, I am her servant. And when she gave me the same mission as she seemingly gave my mother before me, and my grandfather before her, all of them have not survived. Or, I hope, at least, in this dark land that they have not survived. But my mission is to clear these lands of this blight. And I personally hope to find the remnants, or hopefully whereabouts, of my mother and grandfather.
Well, certainly dark and broody, but not secret. That's good.
Well,
Progress.
we see why he's dark and brooding, at least. Now we have the context.
Yeah, no.
That was a very different story from most elves. But Corvus looks at Artemine and sincerely thanks him for the story and the experience imparted. And that was an interesting perspective and very different from any elf Corvus has ever met.
Family, very important. Good that you seek them out. This Kragnar's grandfather, Ragnar, and he points at the skull on his belt of giant strength. He gave Kragnar strength. Maybe when you find grandfather, you can wear his skull too. Make strong.
Perhaps
Family.
it might make a good pauldron adornment.
Yeah.
Affirmative grunt.
Corvus looks to Kragnar and says, I have a feeling a wizard might have been involved in this affair as well.
He greatest leader of Thunderhoof clan.
Oh, did you see he said great. It was great grandfather. Sorry, great grandfather. It's Ragnar.
Grandfather gave me belt, but great grandfather, he won on the belt. I hope to be on belt one day too. Great honor. Great honor.
So the belt is a tribe heirloom.
Yes.
Do you have any progeny that will succeed you?
Kragnar not know about progeny, but one day Kragnar hoped to have children. Maybe he pass it down to them.
The pretty lady at the end for that.
Maybe so. Maybe not. Kragnar, bit of lone wolf right now.
Aren't we all?
You really hit it off.
Turok just gives a piece of dried fruit to Artemin to thank him for his story and goes, speaking of progeny, I know somebody else who's looking for his own. Yeah, Brother Aaron, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
I have recovered quite a lot of my memories since waking up, but not everything. I will tell you of myself what I do remember. I lived in Barovia my entire life. I served in the guard and slowly made my way to guard captain. While I was captain, I met a woman named Faye. Her and I fell in love. We had a beautiful life together. As things tend to, one thing led to another, and suddenly we had a baby girl. However, my wife did not survive childbirth, and it left me and my daughter alone. Things get fuzzy. Past her birth, I see flashes, moments over the next 9 or so years. And I remember my death. 4 men in cloaks in my home, holding my daughter hostage. One of them with a dagger, stabbing me to death with it. Then nothing. Darkness. Cold. Then I'm awake, suddenly, in a pool of my own blood, in my home, dark and empty. I wander through the fog, and I happen upon you all. And I must say, you have given me direction in this. My only goal is to find my daughter, wherever she may be. And I'm hoping she is still alive in these lands, though that is not guaranteed.
Kragnar hopes so too. What daughter's name?
Zarissa.
Beautiful name.
Thank
You can trust us. We'll do our best to find her wherever she is. As our trusted friend, it'll be our quest as well.
And understand that I am willing to do whatever it takes to be reunited with my daughter, if she does in fact live.
We understand that.
From the sound of things, it's been over a decade since these fateful events, no?
I cannot say for sure how long I was dead for. I do not know who or what brought me back, or why they brought me back.
Corvus kind of looks you up and down with a reserved judgment on his face, and he simply says, judging by the level of salience you've retained, I have a few theories, but then leaves it at that.
I would be more than happy to discuss any theories you may have, for you probably have a better idea of these types of powers than I do myself.
We can only hope that it was the Raven Queen and not some other sinister being.
Well, there is another theory. These things do tend to happen naturally, occasionally. If the spirit's ties, emotional ties to the physical world are strong enough, revenants can be risen without any outside interference.
That's correct, says Father Albright from the back of the group.
Just thoughts.
What revenant mean?
One who is risen, whose body
With a
cannot
purpose.
rest until that task has completed. That which they have brought that for.
Indeed.
I'm more partial to the idea that maybe his daughter wished upon a star and he just came back.
Honestly, that would be the worst scenario, and don't ask me why, because I'm not gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Such divine optimism is a rare trait of life.
Well, at least you can't see the stars from Barovia.
I certainly hope to find an answer to all of these questions at the end of this road. Metaphorical road, not literal road.
No, literal road.
We hear where
This
our
is
answers
Better
are.
be there.
Do we did for answers or what? Kragnar have crowbar shovel. Other things. I find answers if here.
Well, speaking of theories, Corvus, you have not told much about yourself.
Well, that is because I'm a little different. I am from a special place where nature, the natural world, and the planes themselves are more in tune, more joined. It's so difficult to explain in non-elven words, if you know what I mean.
I do speak Elvish.
Oh, you do? Well, do you speak Sylvan? I could tell you a few poems that might spell out the beauty of the Feywild better than my common words can, but I will save that for now.
No, I don't speak it. Do we speak Pistol?
Corvus kind of puts his finger to his chin thoughtfully, and he tries to come up with words to explain the splendor of the Feywild and specifically the place where he and his grove live. And he says, I'm just a humble servant of the elven gods of nature. We live in harmony with nature under the great tree, And when powers of evil and corruption rise and take shape throughout the plains, especially ones that threaten the, let's say, spiritual interests of the elves. Druids from my grove are dispatched to help deal with the problems, to help nature heal in places where it needs to. And at first, when I arrived in Barovia, I thought my coming here was a mistake. I was caught in a trap. I was ensnared, but I'm beginning to think otherwise.
It
Though
seemed that you were forced here.
why my patrons would wish to send me to this horrible place, I don't think they wished to do so. They did so out of necessity.
It
Well-
would seem that we are here for a similar reason.
Yes, just via different patrons, different divine patrons. And I will say, the Seldarine have several things to say about the Raven Queen. None of them very flattering, but you are changing my views, and I think that you show the Shadar Kai in a positive light. And Corvus kind of gives you a smile.
He kind of gives you like a gracious bow.
You're doing good. I thought lots of bad things about the Shadar Kai, and you are breaking the mold for me, so I appreciate it.
Great. But we're all getting to know each other better and breaking some molds, as you say.
Yes, we are. It's very conducive to the group.
Well, we've got two guys in the back there. We've got Alcor and Wraith. Why don't you tell us more about yourself, being so new to the group?
Well, I'm merely an orphan from a capital city in South Marsh. I'm recently a mercenary, and past few months, ever since entering into Barovia, has been a living hell. I came here on a mission, and everyone from that mission has died and not survived, and so just carrying on, hoping to kick this Strahd guy's ass for making me live this hell for the past few months.
That's a fair
Might
goal.
want to get mine.
Yeah.
Did they all die here?
Yeah, man. It's just one day after another, a new person would die.
What, just fall over?
I mean, shit. Past few days over here, you've got hags, freaking wildlife, and kobold. There's all sorts
Yeah,
of
and
stuff.
this damn vampire everybody seems to think is a god or something.
There's like one monster after another.
The lands of Barovia are less than hospitable.
What was your mission? Group's mission?
It was a simple escort mission. We're escorting a merchant through to another city, and got caught up in this mist, and all of a sudden we're all in a Barovia.
And it seems to be the general experience of a lot of people coming out of those mists.
Ooh.
And merchants die too.
Yeah, they were sadly the last to die. I think they ended up dying eating those pies. I had to kill them myself, or else I would have been killed.
Okay, well, it seems like we've got some information on what long-term pie usage does. Yikes.
Big yikes.
All right. Well, at least we haven't lost any members, at least not dead people. They kind of disappeared over a few times, but they found any dead bodies. So maybe you're going to get lucky with this group.
Yeah.
And, right, friend, the shiny one with a lot of weapons. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself? The silent kind.
Wraith. Muted.
The big, imposing, silent type.
I respect that.
Yes.
Or AFK.
Maybe his throat is catching. He can't speak at the moment.
Oh, we get back to Wraith later. He not want to talk now. Okay.
Oh, good friend.
Our friend Aaron, I too met a cruel, undeserving fate in my first life. He looks at all of you, looking for a reaction to this last. Continuing on.
Oh yeah, Artemine definitely cocks his head.
You're definitely gonna, the bird eye kind of look on the side, like the side eyes, like, what the hell?
Corvette states, I'm also a petitioner.
Kragnar isn't really listening, and he's kind of bemused that Father Albright thought that he should chime in about his backstory.
Father Albright gives a nod to Corvus. I'm chuckling at John.
Okay, go ahead. Y'all.
I mean, I basically described how I'm from nature heaven, so whatever.
Well,
Nature
he
heaven.
begins to tell you a story of long ago. I was once a priest in a small town called Jerusalem's Lodge. My parish was where the humble folk until they were infected by a demon named Thara. Not entirely unlike this Strahd. Yes, that's right. I don't fear to say his name. And I believe that at this point is very right. We have certainly
Agreed.
brought his attention. Sort of taking a stand on this kind of for the first time. Father Albright continues on with this story. Pharaoh killed most of the town folk, the remainder of which I protected in the church. He came to us one night, but he did not know which knew what. So I faced him down, my cross in hand, my faith and my God with me, and before him I crumbled. My weakness, my cowardice cost my parish their lives and cost me my honor. Pharaoh made me drink from his blood. It turned me, changed me. I left Jerusalem's Lodge, traveled what seemed like years, deserts and wastelands, till I found civilization. And in my lives, I died again and again, returning anew. For I have not forgiven my past. I will continue to act until I do.
Yeah, I think I know who won the Dark and Broody Award tonight.
Yeah, that seems like a rather involved curse. Yikes.
Well, you have our sympathies, Father. That seems like quite the cross to bear.
Ragnar just wonder what will happen next time something tough comes along.
It seems each of us have our own dismal fates. But united, perhaps we can have something.
Agreed.
Here.
Yes, it might not seem it, but I feel like we're beginning to turn the tides on Strahd. Just not in any major way yet.
Even the smallest wave can turn into a tsunami.
Exactly.
What's a tsunami?
If nothing else, we are certainly stronger together than apart. And something brought us together for a reason.
Well, I think it's important to mention the same forces that brought us together will likely also try to pry us apart, especially once our bonds have become strong enough.
Father Albright whispers to Tarok.
And
Oh,
Corvus
sure.
kind of looks at Kragnar when he says this.
Ragnar kind of had a bit of an eye roll when
Fair
people
enough.
were talking. When people were talking, not then, but when people were talking about stronger together. It's like, I bet. Eye roll.
Ragnar's not sold on solidarity just yet.
So you're just gonna have Tarok going in behind him and stepping his shoulder, going, "Nari, brother. Maybe not believe it yet, but we still got your back."
Yes, helping your tribe would certainly be much higher on our priority list were we not trapped in this plane.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Well, which way now?
Well, I guess down the road.
Make for the Wizard of the Wines.
Agreed.
We plow ahead, Dungeon Master.
And you plow ahead without issue. No random encounters or beasts of the night.
We've been plowing ahead the whole time.
And you guys may experience minor dizziness as I switch the map.
Oh no!
No, it's a dream sequence. No.
Not another one.
Seatbelts on, you remain in your seats.
Seatbelt light has
It's not doing anything trippy for me. What the hell are you guys looking at?
the seatbelt light has lighted up again. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. The plane is about to crash.
I'm sorry if your placement is entirely different. You guys start walking at slower and faster speeds.
My placement is entirely different. Oh my god, I'm just kidding. Ooh, I have Sildar and Isaac now.
Dungeon Master question.
Oh,
Shoot.
Are there any butterflies or other Imelda-like creatures ever around in Barovia that we've seen, or do they only follow her around?
Yeah, you have definitely probably not seen a butterfly besides for Imelda. That's a great question.
Right.
But I would say no. Yeah, only ever in her presence. Sorry, great question. God bless you. May the morning
Okay.
protect you.
I think Aaron just coughed off along there.
Choke on it.
yeah.
All right, it's already dead.
Man, we
gonna
got a
be
whole crowd going up down this road. I love it.
So I will
We're off.
say before we
Small
continue,
platoon.
I do believe one person failed to share their backstory.
I don't know who you're talking
Sort
about.
of turns their head to Wraith.
Oh, he's not talking yet. Is he talking now?
Muted.
Yeah, still mute. I guess his throat's still cat up.
Wraith, if trying to be dark and brooding, you have to say at least something.
Not only is he silent in this dark and brooding manner, but he also has just smoke curling out of both of his nostrils, slowly, like a smoldering cigarette in an ashtray.
He wants those child pies.
The hunger is real. Either that or some deep thoughts about his own history.
Party's got all these people with dark stories, and the Dragonborn is still the scariest dude.
He seems to be like almost in a catatonic state, and in a world of his own. He takes no notice of the party's seeming jests to get him to tell his history. And as such, I would probably assume that he seems either unwilling to do so or just isn't even participating in this conversation right now. As sometimes people do when they're in a group of people, they sort of drift out into their own thoughts.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
A dreamer.
Pressure.
Dragonborn dreamer.
There you go. He's not dark and broody. He's a dreamer. That's what he is. All right. Well, let's see where this
Ragnar
goes.
have idea to pastime. We make up Wraith's story since he knows talk. We think he grew up in Feywild Carnival. Yeah.
Hey, it looks like that. He's making smoke. I'm pretty sure he can make shapes with it.
Father Albright plays along from the back. And what, pray tell, was his event or performance?
He looked like good at guessing weight of people. But was backup on strongman competition.
Yeah, with all those hammers and weapons. Of course, he uses it to hit things.
And he was frustrated that he was not number one and was forced to guess weights. That where his divine fury came from.
He made the oath of guessing weights.
Trying to play along with Ragnar's game, Albright, continues on and says, "Disagree, Ragnar. I think perhaps he was part of some sort of military outfit and robbed a compound or establishment. That's how he's made himself into a walking arsenal."
Wow, so you calling him thief?
Well, no, I mean, I didn't mean that specifically, just perhaps he paid for the weapons there.
Turok
I
just slips
like
a
to
piece of
think he's
dry.
a member of a holy order or something like that. He
Boo,
looks like a
boring.
member of a, if I had to guess, a Temporian holy order. The walking arsenal is what sells it for me.
They would be.
From the temple
Although
of
I
the
don't
Bloody
see any,
Resin.
I don't see any gauntleted fist sigils on his armor. So whatever. Maybe I'm wrong.
If Temporian order, wouldn't weapons be deep fried in oil?
Oh my god.
That's a good one.
No. Have to make some
Tempura
joke.
is delicious, though. Stop.
Give
You're
me
making me
Ragnar.
hungry, Ragnar. Don't do that.
Good.
And Corvus, on the word of the food, Corvus reaches into his pocket and eats a good berry.
Perhaps
Good
he
berry.
comes from the Temple of the Bloody Roses.
Goodberry crushes under your teeth, Corvus. You get that familiar aroma that you're rather fond of, and it mixes with
Damn
something
right.
in the air suddenly. Something like fresh growing in a garden. That's the whiff, the whiff that you get on the wind.
Smells like we are approaching the vineyard. I must say, I will be impressed to see how they grow grapes in a practically sunless place.
Well,
And unless they have a druid on staff, I might be able to help their operation. For a fee, of course.
well, we've all heard of seedless grape. Why not sunless?
Indeed. We could certainly use the financing, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm rich in friendship. That's what I am.
Yeah, I noticed.
Poor of trinket. Oh,
No.
But it seems you're not very rich in storytelling.
well, I've heard and told a lot of stories. What the hell?
Stop!
He just
Stop!
made it personal.
You sons of bitches! Stop right there. Stop in your path. How dare you? How dare you? You're not lights. Nor druids. Who the fuck are you?
I'd either mention druid to Corvus.
Angry,
Wait, sons.
cantankerous were-raven appears in front of you, and he bears a familiar resemblance to someone you know, yet considerably older. Answer, damn you.
You first explain why you give son such silly name.
You must be Sir Davian, aren't you?
How have you come by my name?
Oh, your son Erwin. Oh well. First, I'm gonna do the polite thing. My name is Terok. I am part of this magnificent group of people here. We were sent here by your son Erwin.
And what does Erwin send you here for? Idiot boy. He says this under his breath.
That explains a lot.
Well, it seems as though there was a problem with the grape mash number 3.
There's more than a problem with the Great Mash number 3. There's a problem with the whole damn vineyard. He turns, looking behind him in the direction of the vineyard. We've been overrun. Goddamn druids and their goddamn blights. They've taken something precious to the vineyard, something that powers the magic here, that makes the wine sweet, that makes the grapes grow fat, juicy, The bastards have stolen it, absconded with it. My family heirloom. I will have their lives. I will have revenge.
Well, we are all fan of fat, juicy, plump things. Do pray tell, like those druids, where did they come from?
Ousted me from my damn home. I have no idea where they come from, but I must suspect
Perhaps they are of yesteryear. I have seen many gathering there, berserkers and druid folk alike. There are strange rituals, burning lights from the hill.
Sounds like what we're looking for. Another
Well-
question. Did they produce any wine recently? Or did all of the wine so that grape mash number 3, did any of it come out after the druids took control of the vineyard?
I do not know if any wine has since left, but I have not seen any carts or barrels leaving. I do not know what their intent is. I know why they have lingered after stealing from me. But they have taken hold of this place. I am no longer master here.
You
So
live out in the
he's
forest?
constantly like looking around. He's like head on a swivel. He's not ever like looking at one of you guys with direct eye contact while he's saying this stuff. His head is constantly on a swivel. He's constantly looking around him, paranoid, suspicious of every branch crack, of every whistle with the wind.
So,
And definitely
so
suspicious of all you.
you out here in the forest by yourself?
And what of it? Because I am old, I cannot take care of myself.
He puffs up his chest, big and powerful.
Ragnar puffs back. No, not say that. Just you out here by yourself. Just question.
Yes. In a solitary life. I produce the wine, and I send it on its way. He's starting to pick it up.
Those Vistani, do they sometimes add things to your wine after it's left?
They would not dare. Lest they not be paid again. They are swindlers. They are not stupid.
You are seemingly unaware of the peculiar effect that the Great Mash number 3 has upon its imbiber. It is not merely alcoholic in nature, but sanguine.
He looks at you, measured curiosity.
If it was tainted, it was tainted after it left these lands. After it left this winery. No such thing should ever happen while under my observation. And as I said, I have not seen wine since leaving these lands.
So almost challenges back that if they became tainted, they became tainted at some point after leaving. Perhaps the Vistani could have died. But he knows they wasn't him, is what he's saying, basically. A craftsman making sure he's selling quality products.
Yeah, the Vistani probably don't have easy access to vampire blood either.
Have you heard of the name Evolved?
Yes. He has come from time to time as a replacement delivery.
We'd like to have some words with Evolved. Is there a way you have of contacting him or knowing where he could be?
I could send for him.
You should know the hags gave up this one's name personally. And Corvus kind of looks at Davian with a dire look of, this guy might be this guy's, might be a traitor, the traitor,
Davian's still head on a swivel, strokes his beard, thinking thoughtfully about what is being said to him.
All is new. He's not the good for him. but 2 to 3 years perhaps. It is possible. It is possible he would betray in such a way. But what would be his motive? He seems to doubt everything, or at least his deduction process is to doubt everything until it's proven.
Perhaps
I'm not
the
sure.
lord
It
of
seems like
these
we could,
lands has gotten to him.
or a simple threat from a hag is usually enough to replace motivation entirely.
It seems more likely, yes, that the hags had a part of this. But again, what would be their motive? To taint wine in such a way, spread such sickness or disease. They seek after souls, turning mortals to vampires. It seems to have little purpose. Their souls
The
are
only
damned at that point.
Yeah, but there's somebody in these lands who would probably enjoy the sight of vampires overrunning the lands. Somebody pretty
And there's
high up
only
the
one
tree.
I could imagine having power over the hags to order them about. And only one that the hags would see as enough of a threat to also be intimidated, just like the poor mortal was of the hags.
It's
Well,
entirely possible that there is another voice plot. A greater power.
Yes, who else but Strahd could supply enough vampire blood to taint that much wine?
Strahd working with the hags. There is something foul on the air.
Maybe he work with bad druids too.
These shadow druids certainly seem to be part of the plot. Imelda was very worried about them.
They are no lords of the land that I have seen. They are tainted evil. You should see for yourself.
let's say we
Yes.
get rid of those druids because we don't like them either. You could help us find a vault.
As I said, I will send him bold. I find him very easy to lure with promising paid his way.
And if you're willing to, and I kind of give a side-eye glance to Artemine, hire us, we would be more than happy to return your heirloom to you.
Indeed.
Yeah, how many druids
Erwin.
you have in house right now?
There were many. I did not count their number. If it is payment you require, speak your price.
I merely seek knowledge and the ink with which to write that knowledge down in my own book.
I'd like gold.
I mean, gold is good, but I'm just going to spend the gold on spells.
So
Needless to say,
unfortunately,
we will
that
need
knowledge
financial
will cost
benefactors.
us. How much is the heirloom worth to you?
How much is it worth to you? If it is not recovered, there will be no more wine in the lands of Barovia. We are the last true source of wine. Unless you'd like to drink from what is 1% of all
Out of character, how much does it cost to transcribe 2 spells?
Depends on the level.
Yeah, it's all based on the level of the spell.
It's
do it
50
on-
gold. It's 50 gold per spell level. So, yeah. We need a hot chunk of change.
The 4th level spells, for example, would be 200 per.
200 gold, yeah. And 8 hours of your time.
53.
So just give up and multi-class the barbarian.
Nope.
Yeah. That's why a lot of DMs skip over some of those rules. Like the herbology one I was talking about, yeah, it requires you to like literally waste a whole day of the party's time to even make a freaking potion. Like I just change those rules.
Well, I was just gonna spitball and say the cost
Nothing
to
dumb.
transcribe 4 level 3 spells.
They just did that shit to
we
Nerf
could do
wizards.
2 each would be 450 gold.
It's half off according to the rules for whatever spell is if you're school, wizard school.
The
Yeah.
specialization you choose, yeah.
hmm I don't get anything for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Me either.
Okay.
I'll just throw 450 out there, 450 gold. See if he accepts.
No. All right. If we are going to solve this region's problems and get your wine production up and going again, we are going to need like actual financial support, like recurring financial support.
Even
I'm
better.
talking like a cut of the wine profits, like flat out. How do you feel about this, Lord Gavin? Or sorry, David, Davian.
Davian.
My name's not Gavin, you son of a bitch.
It's a much better name. I'm sorry. I apologize.
David
Now,
looks down at you and 20%.
25.
18%. He says,
Ooh.
20% it is.
25.
You can roll let's see here.
Hold on, I got one thing I could do. 25, and I promise to help the vineyard's efficiency with my own personal magics as well as Davian's.
He
I'm a
is
druid who will actually help you.
not one of these blighted druids that
Yeah,
plague
I'm a
war.
good druid who can actually help. So I'm offering my services as a druid as well.
And he's powerful at that.
Your services may become very important in the coming days.
I have this feeling as well. I mean, if the region still wants wine, anyway.
25%. But I keep you on retainer, he says, pointing his finger into your face as he shakes your hand.
I'll be staying with the group, but you can contact me anytime. Is this fair?
It's always open to negotiation, he says as he puts an arm around you and begins to walk you towards the vineyard.
I mean, don't you eventually get a spell to teleport through trees? Like, you could be back at any point.
Sure, yeah.
Sounds like he's got some,
We have wizards
some
in the
of his
party,
own
too.
ideas in mind for that, too.
I whispered
His
to
words.
Kragnar whispers to Artemine, Corvus just became slave.
Yeah. Well, Corbett, yeah, right. Hey, he said it could be renegotiated at any time. That doesn't sound like a slave deal to me.
Corvus bargained
Just an
himself into
invention,
slavery.
sir.
Remind Kragnar not to have Corvus do bargaining for Kragnar stuff.
Yeah, next time you don't want to find us up with like a job or something like that.
Ragnar wouldn't even know a good deal if it smacked him in the face.
Kragnar smacked it in face. Oh,
And so, yeah, we fucking
that deal
crush
breaker.
these druids.
They call that deal breaker.
Ragnar's like, I want 10 gold.
Deal.
Yeah, and I was shooting too low too.
Does not look like winery. Oh, we move into the winery area.
Yeah. We're moving up to like this like sandy kind of open space.
I have a feeling it should be a vineyard, but it is currently not.
Yep. Looks like it.
All the vineyard trees are dead.
Well, at least this part of the vineyard is, yeah.
And what looks like barren wastelands lie ahead as Davian begins to detail how this part of the land actually was once rather lush and fertile. So those damn blights came about.
Okay.
Just up ahead, be careful. There are several.
Corvus speaks up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
They have remained inactive for the last several days. I'm not sure what controls them. Perhaps the druids, but they have not shown themselves outside. Perhaps they have left. I think it is safe enough to try and enter now. We must be on our guard. We do not want to be ambushed.
Can I actively scan the horizon to see if I see any of these things?
Corvus is going to speak up and mention to the party that these blights he's talking about have a vulnerability to fire.
So from your distance, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Hopefully it is a perception check for you.
Cragnar.
Perfection check.
Always.
That's got to be a thing.
Be proficient in perfection.
Hair flip.
Roll a perfection check. Anything but perfection is a fail.
Yeah.
Anything but a 20. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfection check.
I like that. That's our new thing for perfection checks.
Yeah, but you got to select special rules for selecting mods for it too. You got to like hit 20, or is it nat 20 only?
I think no dirty 20s.
Yeah,
Perfection. Gotta be
Yeah.
perfection. Dirty 20s aren't perfection.
Yeah.
It's dirty.
Dirty 20s feel bad.
Let's see here. Kragnar's got a 10. Kragnar, just ahead of you kind of scan the horizon, and for a distance, you can see it looks to be almost like a fence line formation. The word I'm looking for, I guess, of these creatures.
Corvus is also looking out for blights too. He's got a passive perception of 17.
They are still and stagnant, and Corvus can see a little bit further than Ragnar. And Corvus, you see almost like the line path of crucified bodies that the Romans left.
Jeez.
A massive amount of this blights leading up to what looks like some sort of a building or a structure that is presumably the vineyard.
Corvus gets in front of the party and starts doing some hand signals, telling them all to shut up and get down, and then crouches in the grass.
I have walked this path only once before. None of them moved. It was eerie, strange. I made it to the door. I heard some noises inside. By myself, I knew I could not be able to overtake them. So I waited. The woods. Until
Well, you were certainly fortunate to walk that path alone, unharmed, but we should probably take the long way around.
Yes, and I suppose it goes without saying I apologize for calling you all sons of bitches.
No, you don't know. Maybe some of us are.
We not go this way. We can. If they're just standing there, we can kill them where they
I
stand.
was thinking too.
Yes, I suppose we could start burning them now, but you will likely have to fight them immediately if you attempt to do that.
Well,
I don't know. They kind of look like an honor guard. That's pretty cool.
we here.
Kragnar not
Likely
even
that
being
the
subtle
blights
about
were
itching for a fight.
Under control by the druid scouts. If they're not active, it means the Their scouts aren't within range at the moment, so. But as soon as a word of our coming here has reached them, they will likely activate all of the blights on the vineyard. In the vineyard.
Then time
David
to
walks up in front
is
of one of
now.
them, sort of like measures up to it. And you could see that the blight is about his height. It looks like almost like a humanoid, like something that was once living but is sort of turned into something that is one with the earth. That like humanoid creature, very strange looking. You can see something almost like pulsating on top of the back of their heads. What must be some sort of brain or perhaps another
Corvus
organ of
takes
some kind.
a real close look at one of them, examines it closely. And does he still think it's a tree blight? Is there anything different about it that would lead him to believe it's like not what he thought it was or anything like that? Should I do an investigation?
Yeah, it's less like a tree blight. These look more like twig blights, as a matter of fact. You get close enough up to it where you can kind of see that and identify it without rolling any kind of check.
Okay.
No, Gan, your cameras for us are down.
Oh, that's not good.
It seems to me as though these vineyards will need to be scorched and begin anew.
Corvus sighs and agrees, and he outstretches his arm towards this immobile twig blight,
Yes.
and he whispers a few words, and sparks fly from his fingers and light it on fire, casting Create Bonfire, and the thing lights up in a blaze of fire. Just this one, though. That's in front of me.
I'm keeping a watch, hoping they come alive as he does this.
So
I'm
much
not
for not
expecting
touching
them
them.
to, yeah.
Keeping my zomboys on guard.
We should try to gather them into as large of a cluster as we can.
Just stay back for now.
Yes, do not wade head first. We must be smart about this.
I must confess one other thing before we continue. These druids and blights, they are not the only things to plague winery in the last weeks. We have been fending off frequent attacks from bubble sagas, scarecrow constructs, and a few of them may be lingering around still in the forests. 3 weeks ago, during one such attack, another gem was found, dug up, and taken. Bubble saga has it now.
Well, that sounds like another 2% to me.
Scarecrows.
Your friend Corvus. I suppose it is ongoing negotiations.
Tis only fair. But yes, this bodes ill.
Who is this? Yaba Basaga.
Sounds like the leader of the hags, if I had to hazard a guess.
He is an old witch who lives out near Perez. She has minded her own business up until the last 3 weeks, as I said. Never having interfered with our wine productions before. I do not know what spurred her anger towards us. But I know that One of us must fall.
It seems that this tracks with what Morgantha told us as well.
He sort of peeks up his eyebrows at this, interested.
Oh, we assaulted Old Bone Grinder and attacked the hag trio that presided there, making their pies. And Corvus kind of makes a disgusted face and does a hand motion.
And what of the hag?
They escaped, but we destroyed the old mill.
He sort of laughs at this. So the old bull grinder is fallen.
Well, it certainly had some magical properties to it while we were there, so for all we know, it's standing untouched right now. We saw it
we
burn as we
burned.
left, but there's no guarantees.
You are smart to not assume its defeat. It has been here for many, many years. It stood through every storm.
Well, we did have a huge manor crash on us and then reappeared right after that.
That is true.
Well,
Yeah,
these-
we're under the assumption that the Bone Grinder is basically the hag's public residence. We need to find their hidden lair.
Well, seems the old women in this land are quite angry and vicious. Well, just one more to deal with.
The winery was once known for 3 wines. The unremarkable Great Mash number 3 are least popular. The slightly more tantalizing Red Dragon Crush, the most popular wine. And the rich Champagne du Lestomp. 10 years ago, one of the vineyard's magic gems was dug up and stolen, much as it was by Lovely Saga. And as a result, the winery has since stopped producing its best vintage, the Champagne.
Dark's gonna take out his book and check what he's saying is true.
Well,
My
hopefully
damn
with a
son's
little,
fault.
with a little tender love and care, we can turn this land around quicker than you'd think.
He was on watch the night the gem was taken. Probably running around chasing that Danica. He shirked his duties constantly to spend time with his betrothed.
A look of realization comes over Kragnar's face, and now he understands the Irwin naming.
He knew he was gonna fuck up all those years later.
I don't think he ever liked the
Lame-ass
kid.
Name.
Yeah, I think he just didn't like him from the beginning. He probably wanted a daughter, and this fucking thing comes around.
Well, what was Erwin's accounts of that night?
You'd have to ask him.
He never told you.
Oh, he told me plenty of stories. Plenty of excuses. None of them did I listen.
So you could see that whatever excuses the boy had for his father obviously fell upon deaf ears.
As I said, he shirked his duties to be with his betrothed, Danica. As he often did, he chose the wrong night to do so. Idiot boy.
Erwin means idiot boy.
Oh, sure.
We might not speak it, but we get what he means.
It wasn't
I
but
saw-
probably just a few days ago now that these druids have returned with this horde of lights and drove Davian from the winery. Since
So,
occupied it, at this point he's been surviving in the woods his family scattered from the place, probably headed back to Milwaukee, presumably.
So Corvus set fire to the blight in front of him. What happens?
It's almost as though the fire doesn't take, like a wet log.
Huh, even as we talk, the bonfire under it still won't light it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's weird.
You want Kragnar to take care of it?
As he pulls out his axe.
No. Should probably stay away from those.
Yeah,
There's
might be.
also a strange coldness, something that should not be there with the fire present. That cold in the night that is constant in Barovia, it's gone from, probably like a brisk 45 degrees to cold, below freezing. You can see your breath, you can see frost beginning to form on even the blights, some of the vegetation that has survived whatever is desecrating these lands. But that coldness, it sends a shiver up your spine. You have a passive perception of 17 too, Corvus. You're looking at these blights. I would say you notice something on them. A strange brown mold.
Would I have any familiarity with this particular mold?
I don't think so. To you, it would just look like a strange brown mold as described, but
No nature check? Okay.
it seems odd to find this on twig blades. Perhaps the state of inactivity has caused this.
He mentioned they'd only been here for a few days, right?
And only inactive in this way for about 2 of those days.
Well, if they're not moving, let's just go.
Sounds like that
We just lucky.
Fair enough.
might be the best way of taking care of these things is to take care of their
We
master.
should probably not walk between them. We'll take the long way to the house.
Hmm.
And Corvus just points through the field this way, I guess.
Disappointed grunt. Okay, so Dungeon Master, we are going to go around the trail of blights towards the house.
But barely around.
It looks like a relatively close berth to these blights. Making sure not to follow directly in the path, basically, not to be surrounded by them, right?
Yeah, their orientation seems to imply that is the idea.
Davian sort of leading the pack slowly, points ahead. There's the front door. As points to this direction, or this area of the building.
Hey, Corvus. 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 Can't you make us all quiet and stuff?
I mean, once you've seen one quiet, creepy, foggy manor in Barovia, you've seen them all.
No, can't you make us quiet so like they not hear us?
Ragnar needs to try his best sneak.
Damn it.
He's like tippy-toeing.
Yeah. Tarok's gonna try to disappear a bit into the night.
I shall attempt to be quiet.
Those characters that wish to be stealthy can roll your stealth checks. Those that rashly walk up to the front door can gain entry. Feel free to do so of your own accord.
Ragnar sings a song. Sing a song while sneaking.
Goodness say,
It's
I
neat,
thought it was
this-
established that stealth is not my thing.
Singing the song of stealth right now.
Sing a song of stealth. Stealthy, stealth.
Hey, DM, while we go by that little barn kind of looking things, I'm gonna try to sneak a look inside if I see anything.
It's what you'll see from that perspective.
I peek my head around the corner of the door, really.
You see inside two beautiful horses. And you can hear them sort of making their noise inside their stables, stamping around. One is white, and the other is brown. Oh, brown and white.
Okay. Nothing suspicious. Sounds good. Oh,
Seemingly just a stable. Nothing real suspicious.
okay. That's it.
A little stinky. Doesn't smell good.
Just making sure our backs were not going to be stabbed from behind. All good. We can carry on.
These most likely look like transport horses. Perhaps they carry a carriage for wine and stuff like that.
Good. Fits with the business.
Alright, with all these stealth checks being rolled, say I think everybody's gonna make it to the door without incident. Ragnar is probably actually singing that stealth song out loud with that stealth check. And Wraith probably joining in unison.
Don't forget to roll your feet. Don't forget to roll the feet. Be quiet with stealth rolling the feet.
At the sound of your voices, really, you hear stirring inside of the building. The door in front of you is closed. And Erwin mentions, I'm saying Erwin because he looks sort of like Erwin. Davian mentions the door was locked last time I approached. Perhaps boarded up from inside. Can't be sure.
Ragnar pulls out the crowbar, looks at the group.
No. You just got like the, no. You gotta let the experts try first.
He just hired us, and now you're gonna ruin his door.
That's gonna come out of your bonus. So,
Yeah, Kragnar. And gold.
Just saying, we have other options.
so before I even touch the door or anything, I'm gonna try to listen if I hear anything behind the door.
The shuffling of footsteps and voices speaking in druidic language.
Does it sound near the door or more in the back of the building?
Kind of hard to tell.
Okay.
Definitely not like right at the foyer or at the entranceway at the door. They're not like on the other side of the door plotting some sort of attack, but More like awareness that you're here and gathering inside of the house. Is what it would sound like, I would say, from your perspective. And that's, a rough presumption.
Darren's gonna turn to the group and kind of whisper down. All right, they're pretty much aware that we're here. Unsurprisingly, they get side eye at our singing fellow.
Stealth.
Yeah,
On
not so.
stealth.
Yeah, you can keep it down now. They're gathering together. They're gathering
The
together.
Shadowfolks are remotely resourceful. They know we're here. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do need to be resourceful. Trust me. Basically, they're all kind of gathering, getting ready for us. Do we still want to try the front door, or do we want to try to find the side door?
You're guaranteed to be more than one entrance.
You could try to find a different way in, but that's up to you guys.
Oh, me like that deal.
While everybody is deliberating, Corvus is going to spend a few minutes preparing his detect magic ritual. I just have a feeling.
Do you think they would not detect us going to another entrance?
Well, if you don't sing, maybe you'll be fine.
Me stay here. Me take front door.
All right. Davian, Sir Davian, do you have a side door that brings us to a more hidden way of getting inside?
There are several things. These you most strategic, trust me. Damn door. Break it down if you must. Out with you! He says this a little bit louder, not quite daring to shout, but speaking loudly enough to where his voice probably is more amplified than that of our friend Ray from Ragnar who enjoys song and stuff.
Hey, yes.
Light drizzle begins to fall.
So did Davian just say, forget strategy, damn the door?
Yeah, he said, fuck that door. He's like, I don't care about my goddamn door at this point. I want them out of my house.
Permission, yeah.
I'm still in front of the door.
Tarak is currently stationed in front of the door.
Okay, I can take a hint.
For strategic
Because Kragnar's hand begins to quiver holding the crowbar, but he waits.
This light drizzle begins to fall around the party. The fog and Barovia takes on a ghostly light. It begins to swirl between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see rope-handled half-barrels used for hauling grapes. These figures begin to coil around those lights in several places. It's almost as if the fog is dropped. And that cold that's all around you, it seems nearby. It seems as though, almost like it's creeping up your neck, like a wind at your back.
I don't like this.
That cold feeling hasn't left. I just want to make sure that's key. That it's almost like, when the cold wind blows and you feel that extra chill when you're already cold and you're like, God, just wish wind wasn't a thing. That's what you feel as this fog begins to curl like tendrils, those like tendrils around these blades.
This is creepy. Come on. It time. Okay.
I think we need to get inside now, says
Yeah.
David.
All right.
These light figures.
Tarak's gonna try to see if there's Any signs of tampering with the door? Quickly.
Well, a quick investigation of the door.
Because they know we're coming, so I'm not careful. Where's my investigation? That's a good 21.
Sort of feel around, get your bearings a little bit on the door. Davian pointing out the type of lock, the hinges, and give you any kind of mechanical help or input he can from the background. Quiet whisper. But what you notice is that there's nails protruding from within the door, as though something's been nailed to the door. And the positioning of the nails suggests that the door has indeed been boarded up.
Okay.
We can go through this one, but it's not going to be quiet.
Yep.
They
I guess
already know
crowbar
we're
time.
here.
Well, I guess I'll have tried, or I can try a side door. But I guess at this point,
Fucking bust in.
just a big sigh, and then he just steps back and
I pat him on the shoulder. It's fine.
go ahead, buddy. You got it.
All right, pulls out the crowbar, spins it around a little bit, sticks it in the door, and shoves the fuck out of it. Which I believe Dungeon Master is an athletics check with advantage, if crowbar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The roll is as follows. 23.
Solid.
You hear a snap as some kind of wood just splinters on the inside of that door. And the shove that he applies pushes the door open. Inside, you see what looks like craftsman benches. A couple of hammers, bottles, corks. Some sort of like a small bottling station almost. And
Okay,
another door.
Navy SEAL style, Kragnar goes in real quick and clears the point of entry so that other people can get in.
Door, you can, hear obviously the sound of the wood splinter. You hear the sounds of the door kind of breaking a little bit as Kragnar pushes through it, and you also hear Kragnar as you enter that footstep shuffling of whoever is occupying this house. You know that it's not empty. People or something moving around inside.
Okay.
It's not the only movement you hear, however. At your back, you hear the twisting and winding of what sounds like uprooted plants.
Oh shit.
As you look around behind you, the tree lights are on the move. And that entire path of tree lights and conglomerate that formed out around the outside of the house is now converging on the house and the party.
Yeah, I will rapidly go to what appears to be door number 2 in front of me. And give it the old Clan Thunderhoof special.
While he's doing that, the rest of you sort of rushing inside from what it looks like on Tailspire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand there's limited room there. You guys kind of can all pile in without physically doing it at Tailspire if you don't want to. But I figure most of you guys are rushing inside following after Kragnar and Karak here. As you get to this second door, you can see, very much so like the first one, there's nails protruding through it. It looks also to be boarded up. And it seems like they've packed into this place rather tightly.
Same thing. Going hard with the crowbar.
Wasting no time, Kragnar looks to split another door open.
26. I'm surgical with this thing.
that familiar snap and crack of wood splintering as you burst through yet the second door. You see just in front of you what looks to be some sort of a spiral staircase of sorts.
Anything in these rooms? If not, I'm going to continue moving. I'm moving to contact. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Part of me kind of posts up on the stairs, but steps off to the side and is kind of like urging, kind of rushing everyone. Go, 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 get in!
Because this is not ideal. There's so many choke points here. Door number 3.
If you seek out Davian's counsel, Davian's kind of like middle to probably back of the pack here, trying to like push you guys inside, get you guys inside, I would guess. So if you're looking at door number 3, you find that door number 3 does not have those large nails sticking out of it. However, as you try and open the handle, you find that it is locked.
Have we been super loud to date going in here? I don't think stealth will. Does Kragnar think stealth at this point in time is worthwhile, or go?
I guess that's kind of a question for Kragnar. To give you some supporting reasons why stealth might not be a great idea. Urgency, would meet the necessity of, hey, there's stuff closing up behind us. There's obviously stuff forming in front of us, though. So stealth in that regard may help you, but
he's just going to go for it.
Escape what's behind you, that's for sure. So you're kind of left with a double-edged decision here.
He's going for it. That's a 20.
Without stealth in mind.
Nope.
Ragnar looks to, kind of just burst through this lock. And you can hear that, that the metal just kind of begins to screech a little bit as you can see it actually bend. And the door kind of just falls a little bit off of its kilter and becomes slightly ajar as Kragnar pushes through it.
Yeah, I'll give it the old shoulder shove and barrel through.
As it opens in front of you. It's a pull door.
Damn it. Fire hazard.
That's the only thing that I don't like about the doors in Tailspire. You can't really control that. It's just like one way. It's as if you. Alright, well, with that, you break inside this room, and you see in front of you what looks like massive casks of wine. Perhaps different brews, but you know that they haven't been making the champagne or the dragon wine in some time. So likely this is all great mash. But perhaps brews from different occasions. You kind of look around the room, and scanning around the room, you see a hunched figure standing over one of these massive wine barrels. It looks like they're stirring or adding something to it. Perhaps venting it as they lift open the top of the cask and have some sort of instrument in their hand. Hard to see as their backs turn to you.
Oh, sweet.
You do smell that kind of rich smell of fermenting wines. And this is like a 2-story chamber. You can see that there's like a second level stair to access to get to it. With the staircase, because some of the room climbs about 10 feet high to the balcony that clings to that south wall you guys are on the opposite side of. There's 4 windows set into the balcony. Stacked against the wall underneath the balcony are these old barrels, like I said.
Quick scan. The only individual he sees is the one stirring the wine, and back is turned. And Mardukov said that he lives alone and they've taken over the place, so he is going to assume enemy and he is going to 1, 2, 3, 4 axe the guy in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and then full attack.
Part of me
Bonus action rage.
is concentrating on a fireball.
Let's see here. From that distance, I'm going to say go ahead and roll stealth, John, to see if this character can get the drop on this character.
Hunting prey here. Here we go. Stealth. Normal
Whatever
roll.
you did to the door was relatively quiet enough to not obviously draw this character's attention. Maybe that or
16.
John has the sneak attack, as we're going to let him attack without initiative being rolled. We're likely going to roll for initiative immediately after the attack lands or misses. Perhaps not. If it misses.
Okay. Okay, bonus action rage, not frenzy, and I'm going at him. Yeah, reckless, 2 strikes. So, chop, chop. Oop. Just lost location of my character. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Coming right up. Add rage damage. Great Weapon Master applied. Okay, here comes attack 1. Natural 20 for that's 50 damage. Hit once. Right in the back. That was a big old half orc hit right there. Yep.
Jesus.
That was nice. And then attack number 2. Ooh, much worse. Oh no, not much worse. 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh shit! No, wait. It is actually a -5. 18 to hit, and the damage is 19, not 9. Sorry, I forgot to read.
69
crest.
damage total.
Nice.
Favorable
Nice.
number.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you all.
As you land this attack, almost as if on cue, one of the great barrels bursts open from the top, and streaming out of it comes a massive amount of these light-like creatures. Each
Okay.
of them covered in that strange brown mold. And the cold temperature in this room begins to drop rapidly.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's
We
a
have
twist.
party. Yeah.
I like chilled wine.
Have you guys roll for initiative here in the chat while I start to load some of these tree lights in, or twig lights in. So we're still in combat from last time. Kill that real quick.
If you gotta add a bunch and do a bunch of shit, now might be a good time for a break too.
Yeah, but then I don't get a break.
I know you. Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
we'll take a longer break then.
Yeah,
then you
we'll take a longer break. Yeah.
You guys take a longer break starting now.
Go.
I do have.
Oh, Aaron with a 0, coming in strong with the initiative.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I didn't even see what I got. Shit.
You beat Wraith's natural 1. Wow.
Consistent 0s.
Oh my god, you were okay. The sarcasm, got it. Jeez,
I think that's the second or third one I've rolled this campaign.
holy fuck, man.
Jesus. Alcor really wants to join.
Being
We're
dead
shouting
is,
his initiative roll.
Being
Yeah.
a dead guy is not all
It's
it's
gonna-
cracked up to be, guys.
It's gonna yell at you.
Another nat 1.
Caps. You gotta turn those caps off.
Wow, we had 3 natural ones on initiative today. It's aggressive. It's an aggressive strategy, guys.
Jeez, I
Hope
feel
it works out.
the
Aggressive
Flash now.
Strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out.
Yep.
For 'em.
Yep. It's not because you have a hard time seeing.
Well, you get this. You get the strategic advantage of knowing where the enemy is going to be, so then you know where to act.
I
Exactly.
get the
Yeah.
strategic advantage of being fucked in the face first.
Some people like that.
Depending on what your thing is.
And on that note, I will go make some popcorn.
Mhm.
I'll be back.
On that note, I'm gonna steal some of the kids' Halloween candy.
Oh, yeah, I do have the dagger of warning. I forgot I had that. Keep in mind what it is.
Yeah, I'm not my best tonight. Sorry, guys. Derek is not the best bird right now. Still fucked up from COVID.
That stinks, man. I'll feel better soon.
How dare you, like, dude, come on, man. Like, that's completely 100% in your control.
Exactly that. Got it on the plane too.
Those filthy fucking airline travelers.
Oh, I swear to God, it was the worst too. Like 16 hours of traveling, like including like the layover times.
Here's the question. Do I make another bourbon drink or do I not?
That's an actual question. How dare you? The audacity.
Oh.
I gotta ask a question for you, Aaron, Mike. Like when you said like the person who's not hasn't told their story, who are you talking about? Like, right?
You, unless I blacked out for a second.
No, okay, I got nope. That's what I thought. You're good. You're right.
Okay, yeah, you gaslighted me.
Oh no, everybody was very honest, and somebody was not.
To somebody. So.
No, but the other
I'll
one
be
is
honest.
just mute.
I'll be honest, I'm still working on my backstory, man.
It's all good, man.
That was like the general gist of it.
I would
To be honest,
on mute, I would say I would stick by what I was, describing was going on with him while he was absent or AFK. That stuff is
okay.
probably legit to what was going on. I don't know if he necessarily wanted to share his backstory at the moment.
That's all good.
Just didn't seem to vocalize that in chat.
Hey, don't feel too bad. I knew I was gonna ask everyone about their backstories, and I still fucked mine up.
No, he's at the point where he wants to share it with the party then. Even though it seemed like everybody was in this, the same vein, kind of. All right, let's fill our beans. Used to say, he's there yet.
That's all good. Hey, you know what?
Infinite thing to reveal your history.
That makes sense because Wraith and Alcor are a lot newer to the party than the rest of us. And the rest of us have been traveling together for quite some time.
Yeah. And you know what? Everybody has their own speed, and they can talk when they really feel ready about it. And that's going to be all right with everybody.
Except this feathered asshole that didn't share anything.
Remember what I said? Nobody asked.
I did.
You got interrupted by the jokes.
Yeah.
But good on you to notice, though.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, hang on, we're moving on. Someone hasn't spoken yet. I hope you didn't feel left out of that whole deal.
It's all good.
We still have
I do appreciate you noticing, though.
we still have a session before us, half a session. There's still time.
Well, everybody was jumping in. You were asking everybody to go and do their thing, and then you just chose not to say anything. I think that's kind of on you, Simon.
Oh no, I was voluntary.
I know,
I-
I know, but that's what I'm saying. There was another party member who was also voluntarily not talking about it. You kind of just dismissed that, which seems to be a little bit short-sighted.
No, for me, it was just because I could see his mic was on mute the whole time, so I was wondering if he was having technical issues.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, he's messaging me the whole time, just basically giving me the cue of what was going on with his character, and then I described it, but you chose to ignore it as him being AFK. The things that I say during the point of gameplay should be something that you take probably to heart. I'll just put that out there.
Honest, well, I messed a bit with it, but when you started saying that, I kind of got the gist of what you were doing.
Yeah, right. I only said that because you responded to Michael that when he challenged you about your backstory, that he kind of got interrupted by the jokes, but it's basically the same principle what you're talking about with Raid. So
No,
you
it's true.
gotta venture forth, and if you're not willing to, then I guess that should be the observation that the character's making. He was simply unwilling to do so, which maybe he's just not ready to share yet. From both of those characters' perspectives.
Quite all right.
Which is kind of what I observed. Which is why I kind of didn't push it super hard after the joke, because I was like, oh, perhaps you don't want to talk about it. And if that's the case, that's fine. You know, I'm not don't want to force you to talk about your backstory. But if you want to share it, I'd love to hear it.
Oh no, it's actually not that bad. It's just because it's the fun thing of messing with people. That's it. It's nothing too serious. No worries about it. And,
Well, assuming we don't get completely overrun.
yeah, that's.
I will be sure to ask you about it again.
It's all good. I'll look forward to that. I was gonna say. God, if I was gonna say something and I forgot. It's all good. How's that candy?
It's delicious, knowing that I didn't trick or treat for it.
You gotta.
That makes it better.
You are taking the spoils of the work of the labor of another one.
Oh yeah.
I'm stealing my daughters as well quite often, but I did go with her.
Oh yeah, I went with them.
Oh, okay.
I made sure they picked out stuff that I liked.
Yeah, I don't know. I seen that a lot in the videos of the States for Halloween. You guys like just leave candies out on the porch and that's it, right?
That's
like
if they're lazy.
Yeah. That's if they're lazy.
Or just
because here in Canada, like basically people like go over, like stay at home and like give out the candy most of the time. Like the dad or
leaving your candy out on the porch, that's a gamble too.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few videos of people just like gone.
Oh yeah, raiding the bowl.
No, you're lucky if there's a bowl left.
Yeah, no, seriously. I've seen videos where they literally just take the whole bowl and put it in their bag. That's it, it's gone.
And like the parents are the ones helping the kid do it too. It's like the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Come on, have some dignity.
They learn it from somewhere.
Yeah. That's where it ends up.
decide if I'm gonna wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to make smoked brownies for this damn travel ball tournament.
Oh yeah. For kids or?
Well, I told the parents I would. I forgot to get the ingredients on the way home from work.
That's kind of hard to cook when you don't have any ingredients, for sure. You can make imaginary ones.
We gotta leave the house at 8:15. The brownies gotta be on the smoker for at least an hour.
Oh, that sucks. Well, smoked brownie sounds fucking delicious, though.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
Like any salted caramel with that, or just straight up?
The last time I did them, I did a caramel drizzled candied bacon smoked brownies.
Oh, damn, sir. That's just plain evil.
Smoker at 350 for about an hour.
The healthcare system hates you at that point.
Yeah, they had this nice glazed caramelly, chocolatey, bacony goodness with a delicious smoke flavor at the end.
God, that makes me hungry now. And I'm sick. That's something.
Yeah, I think I'm getting sick. I got a cough I can't get rid of.
Oh, get tested. You might have something.
Yeah, I hope not.
Fuck, man. It came out of nowhere. I didn't get anybody. I didn't get anyone near having any like obvious signs, and
That's how it was for me when I got COVID the first time. I had no symptoms except I couldn't smell and taste. But the seasons were changing, and that happens to me every time the seasons change anyway, because I have really bad seasonal allergies. But my coworker got it, and we work in twos. So he got it, and he's out. So my boss was like, "Yeah, well, I need you to get tested too, just because he got it. We just need to check our bases, cross our T's and dot our I's." It's like, yeah, no problem. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna come back negative because I don't feel like I have it. So I went, and I got one of the supposed 24-hour tests that took 4 days to come back.
oh, geez, those ones, yeah.
So my boss was like, "Well, you can't come back till you get test results." So I go Monday morning. It's like, I should have the results Tuesday. My boss calls me on Tuesday. He got results, and yet Wednesday results, nothing yet. Thursday results in the morning, nope, nothing yet. Got him Thursday at like 5:30. It's like, "You are positive for COVID-19. It's like, well, I'll be damned. I would have never known.
Yeah, it can get really sneaky. Like my daughter has it right now too, and she's got basically like not even half a cough. Like the kids don't get much.
I'm pissed off skin. I've been traveling for work the past 3 weeks, staying in hotels every week, and who fucking knows what I got from my hotel."
Yeah, those hotels are dust mite central.
Yeah.
The one I had in Latvia was pretty good. Like honestly, like if I have ever had to live in a Nordic country, like this is not a bad place to be at. People are pretty nice. The girls are amazingly beautiful. No, it's like ridiculous. You're thinking you're gonna see like 4 or 5 top model looking girls if you're in Europe. No, these girls, like you see them like every 2 minutes, you're gonna crump across like a top model looking girl. Absolutely batshit insane.
That's how it was when I went to Italy. Like everyone in Italy is so amazingly attractive.
Oh, that's the thing. The Latvian guys, not attractive. Kind of that Russian look like Potato Head. But they still get those amazing, beautiful looking women somehow. Because they're the only choice probably, but
Yeah. Boils down entirely to the options available.
But now we've got the Canadian militaries there. The Americans are there too a lot, actually. You got quite a few people over there. But we're getting more and more presence in that country, like to help out. And the guys are staying there longer, and they're allowed to get girlfriends in the country. And I can guarantee you, there's some people who got green cards coming back. They came back with somebody else, basically.
Alright, I think I just about got the board set. We'll get initiative rolling here. Everybody's back. Get the stream back live.
Well, look at that. The bird is first.
It's Tarak at the top.
God, there's so many things to look at. Jeez. All right, so Tarak is gonna, having already unsheathed his rapier when he came in the house, he's gonna basically do a quick lunge forward with offensive footwork and try to hit the light in front of him with his blade. Mm. 14.
You smash into the blight.
Okay, it hits. That's what it means.
Yep.
All right. So it's gonna do some
He's
damage.
practically incredulous.
Yeah, no, with that one, I wasn't sure it was gonna hit. So that's this plus this. So it's gonna be 16 points of damage. And he's gonna. And then he's just gonna using his fancy footwork that lets him avoid attacks of opportunity. If he hits something, he's just gonna move away and leave the way open for somebody else to go in and stabby. That's gonna be the end of my turn.
The blights sort of swarm around Kragnar immediately, as he's sort of the center focal point of the room at the moment. And troop lights 1, 5, and 7. Or out of those, I'll say troop lights 1. So just troop light 1, that is. Are going to attack Kragnar. Light 1 kind of creeps up from behind you. The rest seemingly just sort of like appear out of nowhere as they all start just tumbling out of that.
Yeah, this was a lot.
Massive barrel of wine there, or what you thought was
It's a lot. It's a lot. Barrel of blights. Barrel of blights.
And that blight
extends like a claw-like talon in your direction and swipes at Kragnar.
Arrow blights. I like this concept.
Bob's.
That hits. Ah.
A total of 10 piercing damage to Kragnar as the light just kind of strikes across you with its claw-like talon. And with that 5 and 7, they sort of move up in front of the door, boarding the door, so to speak. And both of them are going to make attack on Tarak into the doorway.
All right.
And I'm going to try and shift those windows over there. This is a tight space, isn't it?
It is.
We're
They
fighting
do have.
in a phone booth.
They are trying to hit me with disadvantage.
Yep.
Because of my cloak.
And let's see. Yeah, that'll work. I think I got duplicates over here. I know what I'm gonna do. Lights now in the doorway. Roll some attacks with disadvantage.
Is the druid in initiative?
Looks like all those are gonna miss.
Yep.
And the druid is yet to find his way to initiative. I am working on that.
Okay. Making sure. Don't forget.
Which is something I gotta do on another channel first. I'll keep pushing this one along. Oh. Damn you, Discord.
Wrong button.
It was an actual other channel. Okay.
I rolled a nat 1. And that occurred just now. Let's see. Should be harder to meet up after 7 misses its attack futilely. 5 doing the same. Tarak just swiftly dodging out of the way like a champion.
That's the bird.
All right. Arvine is going to take a strategic step backwards, more into the doorway, so that he cannot be flanked by the approaching twig blights from the rear. And he's gonna post up on this door and make sure that we don't get pincer moved. Starting with using his bonus action to start his blade song, doing his flips and fucking spins, but not really like all that shit. Close quarters, spinning his sword around, making it sing. And he is going to start lobbing firebolts as they approach. Hit him with a fireball when they get close.
Please do not use fireball in here.
I'm not using fireball in the building, sir. No, trust and believe. Battlefield awareness, sir. I'm talking about blowing up the blights outside.
Classic mage.
So, I'm going to take a shot at... let's see. This blight. 13 probably does not hit.
A 13 is going to miss.
It's all good. I really just need them to get close anyway. I don't care how many firebolts actually hit.
That's a miss.
All right. So yeah, that's my turn.
With that, Kragnar, you are out, sir, surrounded by these blights.
Bellowing out in rage, Kragnar will continue to press his advantage against the druid, going with a series of reckless strikes at it. All right. Attacking down with his axe for a 21 to hit, doing 22 more slashing to the druid. For his first strike. He picks his axe up and heaves another downward strike at it. This one is a 16 to hit the druid for 30 damage. The druid's still up. Damn, this guy's a tough bastard. If he's still up, Gan, I will give him a respectful nod and go with a third hacking Halloween murderer strike, but with an axe on the druid. Okay. Come on, Kragnar. Let's get this guy down. That is a 22 to hit for 22 more slashing damage. Please die.
That's just plain wrong how much fucking dice that is.
Just ludicrous half-orc barbarian smash, man. That's what they fucking do. Especially if he's fucking crit fishing. It's just gonna be ludicrous.
Is he still up?
You seem to stagger him, but he still stands.
Man, I wish I had as much HP as that druid.
A reason for me to move. I'll draw an opportunity attack if I move, so I think I'll just stay put, just hacking away. That's it. It's like, damn, is Corvus this strong? Shit. I should be druid. Fuck.
No, I do not have that much HP. not at all.
See, he doesn't know that, so now he's gonna like give you crap for not being on the front line from now on.
Oh, I'm usually on the front line. It's because I have a lot of AC, not HP.
Okay, good. All right, that's it.
And that first nat 20 would have probably downed Corvus.
Corvus is going to... Oh, I thought it was my turn. My bad. Thought someone said my name.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, it's me.
I wasn't looking at the list.
The blights inside the room continue their onslaught attack of Kragnar as they kind of swarm around him from all angles.
Too many blights in the room.
It's like they're a disease or something.
Swirling around to face you finally, after being attacked from behind several times. The druid
turns to you and says something in a druidic language.
Uh-oh.
Corvus, from the other room, you hear the words, I am controller of the lands, and they will bend to my will as long as I wield this staff. Fight for me, my blights.
Corvus will respond by shouting, "Take the druid down!"
Trying! Damn it!
You hear pounding on the door that Father Albright would have again tried to successfully board, but the nails that he's put into the door, you can see or hear them rattling against the resistance of whatever's pounding on the opposite side, most likely several groups of lights. Perhaps a scarecrow or two.
Man, the scarecrows should be helping us, if anything.
The druid looks out and touches just one of the tree lights.
Oh no.
And it's the one standing directly in front of Ragnar. I'll throw a highlighter out on the map if my Tails player wants to cooperate at the moment. No, he doesn't. This guy.
Okay.
He simply
Number four?
collapses on top of Ragnar. All 6'2" of him, spanning his limb-like features, wrapping himself around Ragnar. And he's doing this from behind. And to say Ragnar, I probably don't see this happening as it begins to happen. He just sort of falls into you. And as he does so, the brown, mossy-like mold that covers the whole front of this blight touches the surface of your bare exposed skin on your back left shoulder. You feel a frigid chill strike you.
Sure,
And
that's fine. No problem.
in the chat, you'll probably see some dice rolling. This is cold damage coming Kragnar's way. 12 points of frost damage hitting Kragnar as this mold touches you. And
Resistance to that.
you feel like your body lock up, like your limbs do when you get cold. And now whatever square of movement Kragnar is in is difficult terrain. And it's difficult terrain no matter what for you, basically, Kragnar.
Okay.
And with that, it should be Corvus' turn.
Alright, so it looks like the door is pretty much blocked by blights here, right?
Yep.
Alright, well, it seems like I could still get pretty much into the threshold of the door itself. So Corvus is going to move up into engagement range with blight number 5, all the way, up into the door. He can, see and reach into the other room. And, he is going to begin whispering, and then he starts chanting louder, and then he claps his hands, casting a thunder wave, filling the room with a very loud noise and blasting all of the blights near the threshold of the door. So number 5, 7, 3, 2, 4, and 8 are the targets. And it looks like 1, 6, and the druid are out of range. So Serious. Okay. All ones.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah, they
Oh,
take
man.
basically no damage, but
Oh wow!
they have to make a saving throw. They got to beat Constitution 15. If they fail, they get pushed back as well.
It should be a
Ah.
17.
Oh, you're just gonna do that for all of them? Okay. All right, they pass then,
Brutal.
and that'll be the end of my turn. Oh wait, actually, I can use my bonus action. I'll offhand attack for like 5.
Wise decision. Use those turns.
Yeah. Yep. Never mind. The dice didn't even roll; it just lands flat on 3. Wow. All right. All right, it's the end of my turn. And now no one else can get in the room. Nice. Oh wait, Aaron can. He's got the freaking that amulet.
I also have teleportation magic aside
Yeah,
from that.
time to use that stuff, son. Yeah.
Aaron, he's our man.
Oh yeah.
Get your ass in here!
If we can't roll well, somebody can.
Go ahead and apologize for my turn, Ragnar.
Hmm.
I messed something. You guys wait on me for something? Or was that just the end of someone's turn?
Yeah, just pass the turn order.
Got it. In that case, Twigblight 2's turn. Standing in front of Ragnar. Ragnar, you usually get the brunt of these attacks, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, he is alone in the room.
Just surrounded you, and now you're just catching a beat down. That's a 15, which will likely miss. And
Yep. Misses.
that should be on. Valcory up next.
Alright. So, I have a quick question.
Shoot.
Would I be able to, with my 19 strength, be able to push or shove these twig blades or twig blights, I guess, out of the doorway?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I attempt to shove them. So you're trying to do. You gonna go ahead and make a athletics check for that, or dexterity? Try and push past them, maybe.
I will go ahead and do that. Or attempt to.
Yeah, depending on how you're trying to do it. Or slip past them, or bulldoze them. All right. Are you trying to slip past them or bulldoze them?
Bulldoze them.
Let's say a athletics check here.
Okay, thank God. Not 20.
Yay!
All right.
You're gonna easily push them 5 feet away from you. Knock them both prone. As prone as you can knock a plant, sort of fold over, flop over in half. And I'll
And
shift
then-
those guys back out of the doorway for you in just a moment. Back each one. And swing another one. Alright.
Kor will enter the room and he is going to cast Firebolt on Blight 7. That'll be 6 fire damage, and I will end my turn with that. Or I'll get out of the way of the doorway and then end my turn.
Shift that initiative order. It should be on Blight 8, or there is just a shit ton of these tree blights. They're crawling literally out of the woodwork. And hopefully you guys will hear some music on your end now.
Mm-hmm.
Blight 8, seeing Alcor enter the room, is going to find a new target rather attractive. This Ragnar is ugly. And with that, we will see a swipe come in the direction of Alcor. Blight 8, that's a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Roll the damage there for that. Total of 10 to piercing damage. And on top of that, you feel that same frost-like touch that Ragnar felt. Not knowing that he felt that, of course. But the pain, it singes your flesh. The cold almost feels like it burns you. As you suffer 26 points of frost damage.
Nice.
And in a similar fashion, you feel yourself chilled to the bone. And you are also now in constant state of difficult terrain wherever you are at. If someone enters your square of movement, or a square that you entered within your last turn, they're going to feel like almost like a frozen path that you've left behind. So be wary of where you step. They sort of will leave like an icy-like trail behind them, both Ragnar and Alcor at this point. Continuing the onslaught attack on Ragnar. His light 3 is going to hit for 21. This time you're lucky
That
enough
hits.
to get just a sharp, spiky claw, not a moldy one.
Okay, good.
For 13 piercing damage.
Yeah.
You still feel the chill in your bones, but no further cold added from this touch. That should be Wraith or Wrath up.
Alright. It's time to smite, O mighty smiter.
Can I reach in and smite them?
At this point, you are, let's see, not in the room yet, kind of at the back of the pack. You're about 15 feet from the doorway, it looks like, at this point.
Yeah.
Corvus tells you to go for the druid when you rush past him at the door.
I'll run through the doorway. No. There we go. And then I think I'll start with using Dragon Fear. If I move.
So what's it do?
So with Dragon Fear, everyone with it, any creature I choose within 30 feet has to make a Wisp saving throw, DC 16. If they fail, they're feared for a minute or until they take damage.
Interesting.
And they can't move towards me during that time either. Which one should I use? Wisdom?
They make the saving throws, yeah.
Okay.
You can force basically anybody within 30 feet of you.
I think that's all of them, isn't it?
Pretty much.
So I guess I'll just target all of them. Make them
All
free.
enemies.
Very nice. Alright. Like before, there's a single wisdom saving throw for all these people. Make that rule anytime there's more than 5 fucking opponents.
A lot of roll.
This is wisdom save, you said, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Jam.
Why they are not, that is a solid choice, but it's still a pretty solid roll. 16 coming from the twig lights. And let's see here. So DC's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier. So what's your charisma modifier again?
My charisma is +5.
And your proficiency bonus, I believe, is 3.
+3. Yep.
Yeah, so 16, just barely. Looks like they're gonna make this save here.
It's about to get bloody.
Oh, no. They rolled a 16. I'm sorry, I was looking at it. 17 minus 1. So yeah, they are gonna fail the save.
Well, that is
Target
great
is
relief.
now become frightened for a minute, according to his dragon fear. And any fighting target takes damage, it can get a saving throw. And in the event not a success, it's got to beat a 16, 17, or better.
And then to end my turn, I'll use my bonus action to use Misty Step. And I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the druid.
Hey, buddy.
I move it. for the instant teleport.
He's happy to have friends in there. Crack.
Hey,
Welcome.
hey,
Open arms.
hey, buddy. You are most welcome. It's like what Aragorn said to the elves at Helm's Deep. Most welcome.
And with that, I believe I'll end my turn.
Scratched to left and right. Alright, thank you there, Ray. When I left and re-entered the chat, I realized that all the cameras got jacked up, so I'm just trying to fix that. Turns here.
I didn't want to interrupt while the game was going on, but yeah. Also, your volume's a little quieter than the game.
Little
YouTube.
Little jacked up. Is it better now? I think I had myself quieted down.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Solid. Alright.
Yeah, it's better.
Cool. Alright, Tree Blight floor, or Twig Blight floor, seeing, again, a new target, and enthused by this, is going to strike out in your direction, Wraith, especially after just causing them to be feared. Actually, I think if it's frightened, it can't technically attack you, so it's not going to do shit. They're all currently frightened.
Yeah, has to move away instead.
It can't move towards them. It's got disadvantage on ability checks. It's got a whole bunch
I guess it
of
doesn't
stuff.
have to move. Yeah.
But it can attack, I think, still, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, frightened creature has a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. The source of its fear is within line of sight. Creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. Fortunately, you don't need to. But he missed anyway. And whips with a massive 12 in Wraith's direction. And that will be the next turn to Aaron. Yeah.
Sure is. I apologize to everyone ahead of time.
That's never
mentioned
good.
for myself. Right. I'm stuck right about here. Yeah. Trusty line duel out.
Did you bring anyone with you?
No.
Any of your
my zombies
summonses? Okay.
My zombies are gonna pile through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you can bring some with you. That's right. Is it the same as normal dimension door? Just one?
Yeah.
Still cool.
Okay. There's not a way to make the line tool have extra width, is there? Let's say for a spell that's 5 feet wide.
Yeah, to make like a hallway. Trying to make like a hallway.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a way to do it, to answer your question, but I know what you're talking about. I would say it affects literally anything in that line. As far as the width goes, this is a 5-foot square that you're like standing in. So like between the wine barrels and the wall, 5 feet.
Okay. So if that's the case,
maybe like 7.5 feet, but it's you're gonna hit most everything in that hallway. But maybe not the guys on the steps.
right? if that's the case, I extend my left hand and twist, run my right hand through my 3 magic circles. Green thunder, or green lightning crackles between my fingers as I pull my hand back and thrust it forward and cast lightning. In a line, everybody, except the guys on the stairs, needs to make a dex saving throw of 16.
I love the description.
Hell yeah. Gotta love a fucking lightning bolt that lines up just right.
Kragnar 2.
Unfortunately.
Everybody that's down the steps, Kragnar.
Shut up.
And
So-
Raid. So I said, I apologize up front.
Oh my!
I think I have danger sense, which gives me advantage on dex saves. So
All right,
Last-
may help.
that nat 1 is for the twig blights, so they're frightened and now taking the effects of whatever arrows thrown their
Doesn't
way.
matter. Doesn't matter.
And this is for the near-dead druid over there. Ooh, am I revealing too much?
Hopefully he's
Well,
a
he
full
did hit
dead-
him a lot of times,
No
so
shit.
no, you're not.
Hopefully he's a fully dead druid here, and I don't roll enough to absolutely wreck you guys, but I roll enough to kill him.
Would if I cast absorb elements as a reaction, would that
Oh
only
yes,
just take away from myself?
do it.
Awesome, I
Do
will
it.
do that.
That is an excellent use of that spell. Good job.
Yeah, for sure.
You get a medal for that, for you actually using that spell. Seriously.
Mm.
Resistance to whatever he puts out is going to be very helpful.
It sure will be.
I think it lets you absorb it and then empower your weapon with it or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, give some bonus damage afterwards.
All right. Is that everyone's roll? Here's the damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah, fails from the druids and
my.
the blights.
For
Is it twice?
nice
Or?
29 damage. Oh wait, I think I accidentally cast it twice. The first casting is 36.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
God.
gonna say I think that damage
Ow.
is 36.
I say I don't know how that happened. I only hit it one time.
Yeah, the one on top is the
Blood.
one you should use though. We know which one came first.
Yeah.
Blood spews from Kragnar's mouth, eyes, ears.
As lightning surges through him and the rest of the occupants of the room, coursing through them all, making them do sort of like a synchronous dance, flailing their arms about, convulsing in various natures. It's a horrific sight, and the room smells slightly of cooked meat
Ew.
and
Burnt hair.
vegetables. And burnt hair.
Vegetables.
It smells like a hearty feast in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are ready to dig in. And if that is the end of Aaron's turn.
Oh wait, I still have 4
Yeah.
zombies to
I was
control.
gonna say, I think there was more to come there.
Say we're just gonna pile in here. So let's see. Who is this? Izek's just gonna fucking slap. What is this? Blight 3. So he is RD20 plus 7. 11. That ain't gonna do it. How about another one? There's a 19 hit.
19 is definitely gonna hit.
Gotta pull up his character sheet real quick. I don't remember what his damage is. It is 2d8 plus 4.
Dang, so the blight survived the 36 damage too. Damn.
And I'm at 6 hit points.
By the end of the campaign, Aaron is gonna have more NPCs to deal with than I am.
If his zombies don't
I-
start dying, he will, yeah.
I sure am. Yeah. Even if they do die next level, I get to raise 2 for
I was just
every
gonna say,
single
I probably won't even like attack them in combat for that reason.
Let's see. So
Wait,
Isaac does 16. Let's get fucking Zildar up in there. Let's have him whack the same dude.
Unless they're the most geographically sensible opponent, that is probably not going to happen ever.
Zildar.
We're gonna start seeing a lot of AOE throwing in enemies.
I'll wait till you get to Yesterhill.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, nat 20 on the first one. Let's roll another one and see. That is not what I typed in. Does a 15 hit?
You're looking for a Twig Blight? Yes. On the Druid, no.
Cool. Yeah, Twig Blight. I can't get to the Druid. I mean, I probably could get to the Druid, but that's a lot of opportunity. So let's see. What is his? 1d8. R. Plus 2 for the. So 20 damage for the first. 8 plus 2. 5 for the second. 25. Let's see if my guards can make it. They sure can. Pop this guy down. Right here. And it is. Gonna roll the guards. Can I roll just one die for both guards? I'm having them attack the same dude.
Yep.
Okay. Shit. Plus. Tree. 8. I'm assuming they both miss. With an 8. I don't think an 8 will get it done.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm gonna whiff with the 8.
Alright, that's my turn.
It was valiant. It was valiant. Worthy of the attempt, and that should be back top of the order with Tara.
All right, finally.
Long round.
God, how do I get in there? Jeez. All right.
So, like from the perspective of you, these things are 6'2". I think you're a little bit on the more modest size height wise. So you could probably like sneak through them with a athletics roll if you're trying to do that, and I won't like penalize you as that's your action for the turn, as you're obviously trying to be relevant in combat here.
Okay. Athletics or acrobatics?
I'd be cool with acrobatics too. I think acrobatics works. Athletics would
so-
be like more like a pushing past them type of thing, or like sliding past them quickly. Acrobatics, you're going to do something awesome. Maybe you vault over them.
Perfect. Let's try it out. Oh, that's a pretty good 21.
Yeah, you're going to easily leap over them, clearing both of them, and entering into the room with the barrels, as well as the massive amount of lights.
Yeah.
You're kind of viewing like the full quantity of them for the first time, and you see the druid, who is still up, by the way, even after that 36 lightning damage.
Gotta check what I have to try to get to that guy.
Hardiest druid in all of Barovia.
Some serious damage resistance is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on that druid over there. He needs to do a Wisdom save DC 14. It's probably gonna make it.
I've been pretty solid on my rolls tonight. Let's see what happens here. Wisdom saving throw coming from the druid. He has a pretty solid amount of whiz in his base.
Yeah, I know.
He is druid.
He does it, but
and that is a 19.
He still takes half damage.
6 psychic.
It is psychic damage.
Nice.
So he hears kind of like cawing birds at him, but doesn't make him do the full thing.
It's got like that very ravenish vibe. All the ravens swarming around him, almost like a vision in his own head. Terrible, and terrifying. You see him like swatting around him almost, as if something is bothering him or plaguing him. I love the psychic damage.
Yeah, it's cool. There's not much danger around me, so I'll stick here. Or well, yeah, I guess I'll do.
Okay. You hold your position, and in the same vein, Twig Blight 1, standing next to Kragnar, is going to sort of try and do what the other one did, like just get tall, raise up its limb-like features, and just fall on top of Kragnar. And Kragnar's back is turned in the other direction. He's surrounded. This time, the creature sort of like slips. It's both of its, what you could call them, feet, falling out from underneath it, folding. Its body, like sort of like almost scorpioning a little bit, as its head falls back and touches what would be its feet.
Got folded.
Got folded, exactly.
Like a lawn chair.
This is 1, 5, and 7 in quick succession. How do I think? Yeah.
Miss.
These are going to be swinging in the direction of Alcor.
Oh my! Do I see a nat 1? What's this?
That came from a hefty miss on Kragnar, where
Oof.
after hence the creature was folded in a scorpion-like fashion. So one of these attacks is going to miss. One of them is going to hit our friend Alcor.
For the one that misses, are they? Is it 2 attacks for the same?
Just
same
single
creature?
attack from both creatures.
On the creature that missed, because actually no, I already did my reaction. I'm not.
No worries, no worries.
I think it's a new turn now. You used that reaction last time.
Yeah, and it is round 2. I think you did use it in round 1, so technically I think you're good.
Okay. In that case, I will expend a superiority die and reposit with my rapier.
Do it.
Emperor.
Do it.
Alright, that is going to be a successful kill on 5. As you slice through it, and it makes us like a satisfying, like slumping noise as its body just sort of halves.
And then, what's the damage for the cut?
That is a good question. 10 piercing damage for 2d7.
Alright.
And that is his turn. It should fall to Artemine.
So, I question. Were these blights out here? Are they not moving up?
So far, they have not been able to breach the door.
So
I don't know if it was heard by everybody, but Father Albright basically, when you guys entered this building, behind you, he shut the front door and then nailed the front door. And then successively, in I think the first turn, the first round, there was like pounding on the doors. The nails were holding, but looking like they were going to break.
I must have missed that. Well, in that case, I will go ahead and move on here.
Admittedly, I have no idea where Father Albright is. Tailspire and the door is also, but so.
Yeah. So like,
I did describe that at some point. I'm not sure. Someone has to remember some of
Yeah, I
that.
don't. Yeah, I got you. You said it like
The
it
door's
was.
closed. Look.
all right. So how far was that?
Yeah.
Not very. Okay, so I should be able to move in through my homies. And I am going to swing at one with a blue flame blade. So, first up, weapon attack. It's a 25 to hit on this one that I am pointing at.
It is definitely going to hit.
Alright, so then I'll roll the piercing damage. It's 11 piercing. Then 4 fire from my sword. Then the damage for the blue flame blade. 6. And then finally, the one directly next to him is going to take 9 points of fire damage. So this guy takes. Oh, jeez. Where's the log button? 11, 15, 21 points of damage, where 10 of it is fire, and then the other guy takes 9.
Just to add some support narrative, you see Father Albright behind you, Corvus, just rolling barrels towards the door. Don't mind me.
And, fuck it. Now, that's engine.
Of all the flame-related attacks, very on theme. Blue flames curling around. Might have been Noctyr's weaponry. All right, and that should be Kragnar.
Okay. Kragnar drops to a knee, looks behind him to see where on earth that thing came from, realizes he can't see, realizes both of his eyes have popped out of their sockets. Gets back up. Well, he stays down, takes his forearm, shoves his eyes back into their sockets, and with what remaining strength he has, goes after the druid with a Sharyukin level Ryu from the ground up, jumping in the air, slash with his axe, trying to kill him with this shot. Sharyukin. All right, here comes attack 1. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That's a crit on that description. 33 slashing, and this is magical slashing, by the way. I know you said there's resistances. This has all been magical slashing, but it's 33 slashing on strike 1.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Also appreciate your take on Ryu's
Yes.
for Yukon sound. I say for Yukon sounds like you're a Shar Yukon guy. I think there's different takes from all around the world on what the fuck he is actually saying.
Indeed, indeed. If he's still up on the way down, he will cleave again.
24 will definitely hit. And being a crit, it's kind of a guarantee.
All right. Second attack. On 23 for 23 more slashing.
You slice through these things like butter. And I assume you take multiple targets with those attacks.
Yeah, I was going after the druid both times.
Gotcha. The druid's gonna fall from that first attack. So if you want to direct that second attack elsewhere, it'll also kill a twig blight. So.
Okay, I would go after the twig blight on the one that's nearest the wall. Twig blight number 1.
Kind of forgot your ire for the druid. I thought you were attacking twig blights. That's my bad. I was behind you. All right, so you said, sorry, Twig Blight 1?
1. Twig Blight 1.
Thank you.
Twig Blight 1. And then with his final bonus action strike, he'll spin, slanting, diagonal slash from ground to ceiling on Twig Blight number 2. All reckless. Yar. That's another natty 20.
Well, you paid dearly for it, but you showed him who's boss.
35 damage to that one.
That is also going to be a butter-like murderous slice through, not giving you any resistance. It's almost as if your blade is recently sharpened, and as though these things were, like I said, made of something soft and gelatinous.
Hey, they're magical. They're always sharp and maintained.
And you said the druid's down, right? He's down.
Druid's definitely down.
Removed.
Okay. I'll get him down in Tailspire. That second attack you said was on 6 or 2?
Ew.
Gotcha. I'll put him down as well and remove him.
Ragnar will throw up and assume a defensive posture.
Smoke
curls up and collapses.
Shoulders
he said. I think he said
he's done his work now.
I think he said throw up, but.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he did too.
Even better.
Yeah, that's what I said. Throw up.
All while smoke is curling from your shoulders from being electrocuted.
All of his body hair is all charred.
As is most of the rest of the room. After that electrifying shot, it was like basically a one-hit kill on any of these guys. As soon as you touch them, they're going to die. So nice job with that, Mr. Eric. And I think that leads us up to the next person in line, who should be DD6, who is still standing on the stairway.
I was just glad that it had such an effect for my first casting of it.
He misses with an attack on Ragnar.
Sometimes things. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, we're lost Corvus.
Alrighty. Corvus, being the observant fellow that he is and understanding Druidic, he's going to Misty Step over to the Druid's corpse, and he's going to drop his swords and seize the staff the Druid was using. And he's going to hold the staff up and speak in Druidic the words that he heard the Druid say, that I control you, or, I control you now, or whatever he's saying. And try and seize control of the blights so they stop attacking us. I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a try.
As you speak the words, you see those evil plant-like creatures. They begin to go into that docile, frozen, non-moving state. Well, those that are alive, at least. And you feel a connection to them as the Blightbane washes over you. As you hold the staff in your hands, you feel its power. It's spongy. It's a black length of wood. And you can see that its evil makes the beasts visibly uncomfortable as you brandish it in front of them. Your eyes sort of widen, glowing with that yellow, locked on the staff.
Corvus issues them a telepathic order to stand down, and he sets the staff quietly aside, and then picks up his swords and sheathes them.
As you set the staff down, you see the creatures begin to spring into motion again.
Well, then I grab the staff once my swords have been put away.
Uh-oh.
Holding the staff again, you see again a reaction from the evil plant-like creatures. They begin to slow, again, go into that dormant state.
Corvus tries to order them to leave the winery. Go outside.
They begin to slowly react, almost as if they're on some sort of half power. And slumped over like flowers that have received no sun or water in several days, they begin to shuffle out of the winery. You can also see that they're not the only ones that are following your commands. A large number of them begin to crawl and creep from various places within the winery, as well as from the upper rooms of the house. And a good row of them come wandering down the spiral staircase just behind you.
Yeah, glad I did that.
Yeah.
The formations
Good call,
outside
man.
cease beating on the doors. You no longer hear that pounding, and Father Albright kind of rejoins the group, calmed.
Good
after
call.
having pressed up against the door. And I'll go ahead and end combat too.
I don't think I had enough lightning to deal with all that.
I gotta work on these Tail Spire real quick.
If you had a couple more and all of them were in that little column, you might.
Again, apologies to everyone that I hit with the lightning, but man, did I see an opportunity.
I would have had a hard time resisting that too. Not gonna lie.
Sometimes things just line up for you.
Yo, I'm so close to using Strength of the Ground.
Probably why I'm gonna switch back to Evoker next time I play a wizard.
Yeah, and it
The
fits
evokers
too,
are
because
fun.
Aaron's a lot more of a blunt instrument than a surgical machine.
I didn't really feel it.
Well, that's because you're a Dragonborn.
Ragnar's eyes popped out of his sockets.
That was something there.
Alcor had magic. An insane amount of luck.
Yeah, I was really hoping that damage was not going to be enough to down you completely, John. I was
It
taking a
almost was.
gamble. Yeah, I know.
Oh, yep. Survived. Looks at Corvus. His eyes are kind of funny. There's blood and soot on his face. Healing.
Corvus kind of just looks at you, barely hanging on, and he whispers a few words and casts a healing word, but when he reaches over, instead of just touching you, he reaches for your face and wipes some soot off of your face so that you can see.
Oh. Thank you. That's very kind.
He looks back, I guess it probably at Aaron and goes, "Ow!" Nice.
I
That's
have
a good
to
healing
hit
word.
you with that, Sante, so you know how it feels.
My apologies. It was the quickest way to eliminate a large group.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't have to deal with the rest of the group, or they might have eliminated us.
Ragnar looks exhausted after that fight. Panting.
Yeah, Corvus
Wheezing a
seems a
little
little
bit.
concerned at how hard those blights were hitting.
Yeah, I
How
was thinking
He expected it to take a few more hits to fell Kragnar.
and how beefy that druid was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never hacked away at something that was like the amount of
Successive
hits
turns.
versus hits I thought it would take it was fascinating difference.
Yeah, I thought for sure after all the damage you did, I thought for sure the lightning bolt was gonna do it.
Well, you still decided to do it, so.
Tough ass druid. I mean, I landed at least 1 or 2 critical hits on it. I don't know. I did a lot of damage. But damn, that dude just took it.
I had another lightning bolt in the pipe.
He was ready.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have done that.
Like, hey, can you guys all spend your actions to move out of the way, please? Thank you.
From the room with the spiral staircase, you hear Davy and Mardikov say, "If it wasn't obvious enough, it is clear now who is poisoning our wines. That druid was doing something to that vat." He points at one of the fermentation vats that's in front of you. That's lid clearly shifted off. One of them, the lid completely blown open. That's the one that the blights came out of. This one is the one that the druid was mixing something into.
Can I make an investigation check on that? I mean, I have a passive 18 on investigation. I don't know what that really counts for, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So you kind of are going to need to get up on top of that thing to do that. So I would say probably one of you either hoist the other one up there, or you take the stairs, kind of look over the edge to look inside the liquid that's inside to see if you can see what was dumped into it, or what you can observe.
Corvus wants to help you, but I would like to do a nature check to see what organic components or whatever he was trying to add to the wine.
All right, and you guys can roll those in succession. Investigation and the nature check.
Let's see. Investigation.
Oh, the dice actually
Nat
rolled over in my favor.
20.
Nice. You can smell that
28
putrid
total.
smell of poison. And you can see the
Oof.
black Icarus liquid that was poured into the wine to taint it and poison it. Not vampire's blood,
Mm-hmm.
but sheer poison.
Okay.
Oh.
Not the same.
But still tainting and messing with this wine. Obviously,
Corvus will take the druid's phial of poison and save it for later.
I would kind of just say generally out to the group. It's interesting. The druid was tainting the wine. However, it's not with vampire blood, it's with poison.
Indeed, it seems like two separate plots that both somehow involve tainting wine.
Perhaps one
Druids.
learned from the other, says Davian, suggesting
That's an unfortunate precedent.
Well, he brings up again the point about it not really making a lot of sense that the hags would want to
make vampires, right?
Yeah, they
But
denied it.
what they would want to do is kill people, create souls, and soul larvae to collect.
Yeah, free up souls in Barovia. They're those bitches.
And by poisoning a large amount of people, of course, those that drink grape mash, really being like basically the only wine you can get your hands on that's not made by, well, unvalidated sources, we'll say.
Unsavory elements.
Yeah. And with that being said, you kind of have a sense of what's afoot here. Their intent, obviously, was to distribute this wine and kill lots of people. Perhaps for the purpose of creating souls for the hags. Perhaps the druids are in some sort of, league with the hags. Perhaps in some sort of league with Strahd. You're not really sure. It's all starting to swirl together, though, in a mysterious fashion.
We have too many pieces. Saying then this necromancer falls into place somewhere.
Necromancer.
Just another known unknown. You know how it is.
Yes, when we were in the mill, I found personal journals of a necromancer calling himself Azarax. According to what was written, he was working for Strahd, raising an army of the undead.
Azarax. A name I had heard before.
Do you know who this is?
I know he was a servant of Strahd's. I know of a great battle. He led Strahd's soldiers against those of a Grindelwald. He slaughtered them all, taking his own souvenirs from the battle. The gathering,
Yeah.
unlike your own. He points to the undead that follow Aaron.
The castle the hags told us about.
Would that be on the map that we have of Barovia?
Armin Vostold.
A Grisvold?
Everybody gets extra credit for trying to say that one. Yeah, I think
Griswold?
I think Artemis came closest there.
Griswold family vacation.
It's some inspiration for pronunciation.
Griswold.
Yeah, the R before the G. I always say Grindelwald for some reason, but I think it's Argenvold. Argenvold. It is on the map. It is like in the westernmost portion of the map, probably a little bit further south than like the center line. Or the latitude of 0.
Organtha did tell us.
Yeah, I'm just
where a
saying it
weapon
seems
could
like it
be
would
found.
probably be a point of interest on the old maps, because it's a old fortress.
Yeah, that map that we have that is pinned, I'm gonna post that again in the chat 'cause it's a very good reference. I'll kind of do that whenever we're referencing location from now on because I feel like it's great at that. But it is the little castle that you see just below Valaki there, west of the river, and just south of, like I said, the center latitude line. The little castle in the forest. There's a road that leads there. A road that you are, in fact, heading on.
Organtha did say that is where we can locate a weapon. And if there was a great battle there, perhaps this location has more importance, a greater importance.
You can also see that, like, distance-wise on the map, there's like probably a shortcut moving through the forest and over those rolling hills just outside of the castle. But it's uncharted land on the map. So essentially, it's kind of going to be a surprise what's there and what's not.
Well,
Doesn't
we
look
might,
too far out of the way.
yeah,
After
but
Yester Hill, we could probably head there. After Valaki, if you're still feeling froggy.
let's take care of our friend first, and we can deal with trying to
All
go
right. Speaking
hot.
of that, once all of the twig blights in the area have congregated outside the manor, Corvus is going to go outside and use the staff to order them to move away from here to another location towards Yester Hill.
I'm gonna say order them
And I
to
know
go.
how slow they're going, and so that's why I'm ordering them there in advance.
You find that ordering them around with your psychic messaging or audible commands really has no effect unless they have visible sight with their glowing little yellow eyes of that staff.
I see. All right, fair enough. So I'll understand the nature of that once. Okay, I get it.
I think you do. I think you start to realize like you have to be within visible range of them with that staff in your hand in order for them to give a shit about what you're saying. But as soon as you do,
We'll have to lead them then. Got it.
you're king and commander. But yeah,
Mhm.
you'll have to sort of popper them around a little bit.
Yeah. Direct them like a little conductor or a circus ringleader or something.
Mm-hmm. They just have to be really within visual sight.
Cool.
So most likely, from a strategic point, they're going to need to be at your back most of the time if you're commanding them.
All right, fair enough. For all you magic people, this is how you figure magic items out. Experimentation.
Yeah.
Hey
Or
man, last time
observation.
I experimented with a magic item, an assassin tried to kill me.
Well, dude,
you have fun?
that's on you, man. The DM was very clear about what was going on with that mirror.
Mardukov tells
Hey,
you that his first priority is basically getting his operations back up and running, and that he's happy to pay you, as soon as profits start coming in. But basically, your profit lines now rely on the winery continuing to function. And with that being
Nice.
said, he doesn't really delay any further. He starts back to work immediately, and also sends a raven from the flock of 4 that are sitting in the loft area in the direction of what looks like the woods, and then sends another in the direction of what looks like Barovia, likely for a vote at your guys' request. The other, I'm going to assume, just for his family to return home, or let you guys assume that.
Corvus is going to come over to Davin, and he's going to let him know that we would stick around and help, but we have to march on Yester Hill before this turns into a problem we can't solve. So once all that is handled, we'll come back and help you out and help get this place profitable again.
Sort of agreeing with
Now-
you that that's kind of the best place to head to, at least to fend off whatever is afflicting the lands nearby. He just warns you yet again of the fact that these scarecrow creatures and Babala Saga has also been on the loose and attacking the areas nearby. So he just warns you to be wary of that on your way to Yesterhill.
Yeah, we have a feeling they may be involved in this plot as well.
He also warns you with an ominous tone that he senses you're correct to assume as you do, kind of giving a nod to Father Albright, and has no fear of Strahd. That Strahd has certainly probably gained quite a bit of interest in the party at this point, and a meeting may be coming soon.
Yeah, you don't have to be a god to gather all the information about your enemies. Game of Thrones proves this.
The Mardikovs have had dealings with Strahd. It sounds like from Davian's suggestions too, or at least warnings that he gives to Corvus and the rest of the group. Just something to think about.
Well, let's see here. I'm guessing we're going to stick around for a long rest. But I'll tell you what. I thought the spell I was going to use to help the winery, I thought it took 24 hours, but actually it's 8. So if we delayed just a few hours, I could cast it. But by then, Imelda will be returning, and we'll be going to Yester Hill. So
Well, from a time perspective,
I'm just kind of asking
you guys
if
are
there's
at
4
Wizard
extra
of
hours.
Wands. The travel to Yester Hill is probably going to be about just that, about 3 to 4 hours. So I would assume you guys can make it there pretty quickly. If you guys were going to take a rest, I would imagine it would have to be a short rest. So I don't know how long that spell takes to cast because I don't know what spell you're talking about.
Oh. I would need 8 additional hours to cast the spell and 4 to rest.
Which spell are you talking about? Purify
Plant growth.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this is one that would actually help the winery, but I would need to continuously cast it for 8 hours uninterrupted.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I think you guys
it would greatly boost the profitability of the winery for 1 year.
So basically, need to stay that 8 hours then.
Mm-hmm.
And then
if he wants to get the winery up and running quickly, yeah.
And then we got to run an extensive ad campaign.
He tells you that if that's the case, you could probably have a delivery out the door within 2 to 3 days. By the time you guys are back from Yester Hill, he'll have the delivery ready to go. And with any luck, Evil will be here for you guys to question by then.
All right, so we'll delay a little bit in going to Yester Hill so we can be rested up and have the winery sorted out. At least for now.
Yester Hill, back here, and then to Argent.
And then we'll go to Yester Hill when Imelda returns. She's sure to return. We know it.
Every other week.
Yeah.
I can feel her presence.
We'll come up with some weird explanation for that. It's going to be awesome.
I believe I already did.
Yeah. You'll just make it weirder and weirder, though. That's what's going to be awesome about it.
Add to the weirdness factor. I like it. Well, that being said, if there's no more exploration of the facilities, I would imagine you guys probably do this, this 8-hour ritual. Those of you that want to take a rest can take one. I think some of you don't need a full 8 hours, so there's going to be a 4-hour window in there for you.
Yeah, that helps me a lot.
And
if it weren't for that, I would be skipping my rest completely.
4 hours to get this single spell slot I used back.
Ragnar, go sleep.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I tell you
what.
I'm
going to use a couple more spell slots, healing Ragnar, just in case. I've got spare spell slots.
Thanks, buddy.
Aaron would make sure you're okay after electrocuting you almost to death. Not completely heartless.
And Corvus will also give you. He will eat one and give you the other 5 good berries in his pocket.
Very good. Thank you. Thank everyone. Thank you all. I was just tired, just going to sleep. Eyes really hurt.
Can't breathe good.
Literally and in character.
Well, as the party goes to rest for the night, I think it's probably a good place to wrap. Rejoin next session with Imelda reappearing out of the thin
and back into the fold as we head towards.
So
Eastern.
Corvus has to spend the next 8 hours standing out in the field with all the twig blights chanting into the air like a weirdo. I love it.
It's pretty par for Corvus, I'd say.
It
So
is.
it's spot on
Aaron
that
would-
for him.
Twig blights are all just staring there watching like an audience.
So Aaron would
So weird.
probably command his
Shifting.
undead to watch over you like a security detail while you did that.
Yeah, they are.
I
They're
imagine
they're like dancing like little Koroks for you.
I was just gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing like the
Oh,
dance.
I wish they were as cute as Koroks. You're right.
The dance of the rising corn, slowly shuffling left to right, swaying.
What children of the corn?
Corvus's beautiful chanting in Druidic. I love it.
Yeah, 8 hours of it.
By the end of it, you guys all have horrific nightmares. Corvus is singing when you awake. Relieved to find
Yeah,
that
we'll
it's
call
only
it the
a dream.
Tree Blight Festival or something weird like that.
Horrific nightmares. I'd laugh my ass off if I saw Corvus singing.
I'm gonna give them all like little lanterns and have them dance around down the road. It's actually a good idea. We probably won't be surprised that way.
I know it's late for some of you. We'll like I said, we'll wrap up here and wish all you guys a solid weekend. Catch y'all next week.
Good
night.
game, everybody.
Yep. Good
Yeah.
night.